Hey, what's up, guys? We are live. So, due to popular requests in the comments, I'm going to react to the stream Andrew made about me and why the narrative he's pushing is absurd, as well as clear up everything else related to that debate, as well as answer any questions you guys have in regards to this or anything else. I encourage you guys to listen to both sides of the story and then make up your own mind, right? I think that it's not good to jump to conclusions before you even hear my side of the story and how totally different things actually went down. Let me quickly outline what I will and what I will not do during the stream. What I'm not going to do is get super personal, get into any of the Brittany Venti, claims. I'm just not going to do that. So if you're hoping for some super, personal bloodbath type of thing, it's not going to happen. What I am going to do is aggressively defend myself against a ridiculous narrative that somehow backstabbed Andrew. Afterwards, we will do a full open panel. Anyone come on and ask me anything, I will happily answer any all questions, right? So we're going to be fully transparent in the stream. But let's start with a little backstory. I'm sure there's some of you guys who have no idea what the fuck I'm even talking about. So about 2 days ago, I did a debate on Ashley's channel. It was me and Ashley versus Andrew and Sergio from Purple Pill Pod. And basically, the prompt for the debate was, are red pill content creators doing more harm than good? So that was the initial prompt. So we were supposed to debate about the content creators, like, are they doing more harm than good? I was taking the affirmative position, yes. Andrew was taking the negative position, no. Now I want you guys to know he wasn't taking the neutral position; he was taking the negative position. So if we're supposed to debate the content creators, he essentially, if we're being generous, say he conveniently forgot about that, or he just straight up lied. And I'm going to show you guys proof right now. So again, interpret it as you will, but here's really what the actual prompt was and what he said. So I'm going to just share my screen. There it is. Okay, so this is a little quick snippet from the debate so you guys can have the full context.
Say really quick though, Andrew, this is not a debate about the red pill itself, but specifically about red pill content creators, and are they doing more harm than good? To clarify,
when did that come up?
It's in the debate prompt and title. We've said it the whole time.
All right, anyways, so
now I want to go back. Now I want to go back to the message here and see if that was ever stated here.
Okay, so it sounds like we have two understandings of this debate and what we're bringing.
It's in the title of the debate.
But can we all agree to continue moving forward with what is being said, or do we want to reevaluate the concept here?
So the red pill wasn't created out of thin air. It was created by content creators like Rolo, like Fresh and Fit. They're the ones that push the message. They're the ones who make claims that are descriptive or prescriptive claims. They're intrinsically tied. If you want to expand to other red pill content creators, we can do that. But I think that, Fresh and Fit and Pearly Things are two of the biggest ones.
It's in the description. Oh, I can just type the description is not that thing, and then that means that the debate is something else. Or I'm super confused here. I didn't know that we could just do that.
I did say that when I messaged you privately about this, and originally, and it has been the title of it the whole time. I've never.
So yeah, as you can see, he's basically denying what the debate prompt was supposed to be. And at this time, I didn't know this because, again, I didn't organize the debate. I didn't coordinate this debate. But afterwards, Ashley sent me this screenshot, right, which pretty clearly shows what it was supposed to be about. So here we go. So this is the conversation. This is her. Do red pill content creators do more harm than good? Is the prompt essentially. And he says, who's our opponents? Me and Alice, blah, blah, blah. So it seems like he was definitely knew that it was about red pill content creators do more harm than good. And if we're being generous, we could just assume that he had a temporary lapse of, of memory, right? That's probably the most generous interpretation. I saw the screenshots leading up to this too. They were mostly coordinating time and stuff like that. I think initially in the very beginning, Ashley might have said just red pill, but then here she clarified later on that the actual prompt. So when she brought up the topic to him, essentially she said the red pill, but when he actually, wanted the prompt, she gave him this prompt. The red pill content creators do more harm than good. The reason I'm bringing this up, right, is because he refused to engage with me on content creators. He just didn't want to do it. He wanted to talk about the red pill in general, right? Just no content creators. When I would say, okay, but those two are intertwined, he just didn't want to do it. I was like, okay. I was just like, let me just meet him halfway and just talk about the red pill in general. In his opening statement, he said the red pill is a series of descriptors about reality of nature. Okay, super broad. So I need to expand on that a little bit. So I asked him to give me a few of these descriptors that he's referencing in his definition. This would be things like hypergamy or things like top 10% of men are fucking 9% of women. Those are common red pill descriptors. After about 10 minutes of him saying, I don't know, I don't care, it doesn't matter, all I got was women like taller men. Again, what's the debate there? Everyone knows women like taller men, right? That's not a common red pill descriptor. That's just something that everyone fucking says. And everyone's known before the red pill, after the red pill. It's not something that's traditional. It's more of a black pill type of thing rather than a red pill thing, if anything. Wouldn't give me any other descriptor, no matter how many times I asked. Honestly, I just think he doesn't know what the red pill descriptors are. I don't think he really knows much about the red pill, which is fine. But instead of just owning it, he would reply with things like, I don't care, or it doesn't matter. You can go back. If I had more time, I would have done like a compilation, just shows every time he said, I don't know, I don't care, it doesn't matter. I just refused to answer my questions, which was essential to the topic of the debate. Because if I don't know what he considers these descriptors to be, then the issue is that when I bring them up, he can easily dismiss them as something a content creator said. And I predicted he was going to do that, and he did just that. So after about half an hour of this, right, or maybe it was closer to an hour, I decided to just move the debate forward and just give him some descriptors that I personally think are associated with the red pill, ones that I think most people would agree with, so we can just discuss those. So, for example, the one I gave is the top 10% of guys are fucking 90% of girls. I had a study set up to dispel that. I was going to dive deep into it, but he did exactly what I predicted he was going to do and just said, oh, that's something a content creator said. Do you see the issue here? If he's not giving me a single thing that he considers red pill descriptor, and every single red pill descriptor I give him, he just says that's something content creator says, then there's no way we can have a debate. And then again, I was like, okay, well, what is an actual red pill descriptor? What do you think one is? And he just wouldn't engage with that at all. This is just pure obstructionism. It's not just me saying this. Well, I'm not going to name the person. One of Andrew's closest associates hit me up on Discord. We talk on the phone, literally saying, dude, I thought the same exact thing. I've never seen Andrew be this obstructionist. Like, he just didn't want to engage. So before we get into like the reaction, I just want to dispel two of the narratives that are floating around right now that I see in the comments or Andrew pushing. The first one is the burden of proof argument. So he's saying, well, the burden of proof is on you. You have to convince me. That would be true if he was taking a neutral or agnostic position, right? So if his position was, I don't know, then he would be correct. His position wasn't that. He was taking a negative position. He was taking a no, they're not doing more harm. If that's his position, which was agreed upon, then we both have to provide some level of proof, right? Again, he tried to switch it up halfway and make it seem like he was taking the agnostic position, but that was not at all what was agreed upon. And it was very clear. Red pill content creators do more harm than good. She said you'd be arguing no side, and he agreed to that. So that argument is just ridiculous. And again, the person that called me said the same exact thing. The other argument or talking point that I see is also pretty ridiculous that I wanted him to make his argument for me. So an example of that would be if I said, why do you think the red pill is not harmful, right? That would be me trying to do that. That was never asked. What I did ask him is, what are the descriptors of the red pill based on his opening statement? So let's just to give an analogy. Let's say I'm debating someone about pickup, right? And they're saying that I'm saying that no, pickup is not bad. Pickup is a good thing. And they ask me, okay, well, what exactly is pickup? I say, well, pickup is a methodology to seduce women. And then that person, what would they ask afterwards? Okay, well, what exactly are these methodologies? Give me a few of them. And I just say, no, I'm not going to give them to you. We can't have a debate at that point. And then let's just take this further. If this person says, okay, well, I heard that in pickup they believe that, in the 3-second rule that you should wait 3 seconds, and I just say, oh, that's something content creator said. That's not a pickup tenet. It's just pure obstructionism. We cannot have a debate. But anyway, like, all of that is not a big deal. I mean, I said it during the stream, during the debate. You guys can watch the whole thing. I said this very directly to him that, dude, you're being extremely bad faith. You're not engaging at all. And this is the worst I've ever seen you. In fact, after the debate, he texted me, hey, man, hope there's no hard feelings. There's no ill will on my part. I was like, yeah, there's no ill will on my part, but I will never debate you again unless you explicitly agree to answer all my questions. Because I came in there wanting to have a red pill debate. What wound up happening is no debate happened. There was no debate because we just couldn't make any progress at all. Just because Andrew was being a massive obstructionist, likely because he didn't really know that much about the red pill. The other theories that he just didn't want to, now he's associating with red pillars. He didn't want to maybe burn a bridge. But anyway, I was never asking him to talk shit about any red pillar. Came in there wanting to talk about the red pill and the key tenets and how that goes against this worldview of TradCon Christianity. But we never were able to get to any of that. None of that is a big deal, at all. I don't really bear Andrew any ill will, or at least I didn't at that point. I still don't. None of that is a big deal. But then here's what happened afterwards. So he decided to do a stream based on a few comments I made when I was on Greg's channel the other night. Now, everything I said on Greg's channel are things that I said to him directly during the actual debate. I said that he was being bad faith. we discussed the, you know, and you're going to see all the context there. You're going to see everything that was said. I'm going to react to all of it, but really, it was literally all the same things I said to him directly. So there was no like, I wasn't saying something behind his back. I was literally saying things directly. He says, furthermore, literally before the actual debate, he had a pre-debate prep stream where he was also, you know, taking some shots at me, right? Andrew's done that before many, many times. He does that to a lot of people, but even just taking me aside, he has this whole thing called Monday shit talking extravaganza. Unfortunately, the problem is a lot of this stuff, he like does it and then he like takes it down. That's the unfortunate thing, because I would have loved to just show you guys clips from the pre-debate prep stream, but he just took it down. But yeah, he did one that was just like kind of on me, where he was just like kind of roasting me and like kind of taking shots at me. I didn't give a fuck, whatever, right? He didn't say anything that was like super out of line, like, you know, something about my girlfriend or whatever. Neither did I. I didn't say anything at all that during that stream that was out of line, that I didn't say to him directly. But anyway, then he decided to make this massive 2.5-hour stream. Let's get into that. I'll kind of react to it as we go along. I did want to give that context. So let me just pull this up real quick. Hopefully he doesn't take this down either. This would be super fucking annoying. The Crucible. Okay. Oh, wait, this happened on Ashley's channel, so I don't need to worry about that. Good. So let me just pull this up. And hang in there, guys. We'll definitely get through all of your questions afterwards. Okay. I got it pulled up. Oh, wait, no. I got to go to his channel. 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, it's taking me a few seconds. There it is. Title of the live stream, How to Burn Bridges and Lose Friends. PWF and Smash the Come for the Crucible. Okay, well, let's see what actually happens. So we're going to react to this in 1.5 the speed, because otherwise it's going to take forever. And I'll address any relevant parts. Okay, so let's just, before we get into this, let's just clear this up. First of all, Andrew is notorious for talking shit, and he has talked shit about me before, right? The reason I never really made a big deal out of it is because, as he says, it's just internet shit talking, right? He's never made it super personal, and neither have I. But anyway, let's. This is the stream. We're just gonna break this down. This was a massive surprise to me. He didn't reach out to me. He didn't try to talk to me about this. He literally just did the stream, and people started messaging me about like, "Yo, what do you think about what Andrew said?" I was like, I don't even know what the fuck anyone's talking about. But I did watch it last night. Okay, let's take a look.
Technicality, but not a concept, because why is the red pill good? Nobody knows what the red pill is. Trello said he's red pill, LOL. No goal.
Oh, about like
about what I'm about to play, so that you. All right.
Okay, let me know how the audio is.
All right. I guess we can just get started like 2 minutes early. Why not? I'm here. You're all here. Everybody's here. How is everybody this fine Friday? Flying out tomorrow. It's going to be a whole epic round of content I'm making with tons of creators across the United States. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Just like always, so much going on. I can barely keep up with it. You know what I mean? Barely keep up with it. Anyway, out of all, and I do mean all, of the kind of.
Oh, I knew he was going to do that. He fucking took the stream down, so I couldn't react to it. He fucking took the stream down. Yeah, that's how he determined he is not to react to this. He's done this before, too. He has asked me in the past when there was like some feminist reacting to my stream that he hated. He asked me like, hey, can you take the stream down so she can't react to it? Motherfucker literally just took the stream down just because he didn't want me to react to it. Andrew, what are you so embarrassed about? These are claims you made. Let me respond to them. Motherfucker, I think this is just tells you everything you need to know, that he's so worried about me responding to the video he just made about me that he literally took it down. It just doesn't get any sadder than that. And normally I would say maybe it's just a misunderstanding, except that he's done this before. Oh, wait. Yep. He's He's now trying to hide behind a paywall. Yep. This is what I mean by the pinnacle of bad faith, is making a stream, attacking someone, and then when they try to respond to it, taking the stream down midway so they can't respond to it. It's so funny. Let's see if it's on Rumble. He'll probably try to take that down too. Andrew, what are you so scared of? Let me just literally respond to this fucking stream. I'm not gonna go after you personally. I'm not gonna really insult you. I'll maybe make some jokes, but like, what the actual fuck? And this is how I know. This is now how I know he does this, because there's another situation here. I'll just put up the exact text to private stream. Okay, let me pull this up. It's going to take a lot of digging, but essentially what happened was, this is like a year and a half ago. Some feminist that he didn't like was reacting to my stream with Andrew, and he asked me to private it so she couldn't react to it. So this is like right up his alley. Again, fucking bad faith, typical shit. I guess, do not buy the membership to that scumbag. Yeah, if anyone has the, I mean, I can buy it, but the thing is, I think he's just gonna fucking remove it. I think his whole thing, he's doing this weird shit that he did during the debate, was like, say please. I'll pay for it, but I guarantee he's still gonna let me. He's still gonna try to hide it. So let's try this. I know for a fact he's gonna probably do the same shit. Okay, let's go ahead and join the channel. Okay, there we go, Andrew. You have $5. Now let's see if we can react to it. Oh, okay. Join this access. So I need to, now it's not even letting me play it. Crucible Commanders. What the fuck does that even mean? How many membership does he have? So he's making it that, yeah, you have to be what? I don't even fucking know what the fuck he's trying to do. I have to get some kind of special badge in order to, let's see what the upgrade button is. So Crucible Commander. Okay, I have to give him $15 a month, right? This is the petty shit we're at. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that. Here, let's give him $15. Big fucking deal. Okay, I have to remove the screen since I can't have you guys seeing my password. Okay, I'll just go ahead and play this out. There. Oh fuck. This is going to be a pain in the ass because I don't have my YouTube password automatically saved. Okay, I'll have to do this from my phone. Okay. You guys want me to do it? You guys want me to react to fucking give him $15 so he can so we can react to it, even though I'm pretty sure he's still gonna try to take it down. I'll go ahead and do it. Just fucking so bad faith. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Let me see what Grace wants. What's up?
Alex, it's on Tom Fuller's channel. He reacted to it.
Oh, perfect. Okay, awesome. Thanks. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. It's on Tom Fuller's channel, so we don't have to actually deal with Andrew's nonsense. Okay, it would have been better to react to the original thing, but let's do it that way. Sorry, Andrew, you're not going to get $10 more. Okay. I wonder which stream it is where he reacted to it, though. Andrew Wilson playing with fire. I think. I'm not seeing. He reacted to the. The. Okay, wait. Let me see if it's this stream. Okay, there we go. Okay, got it. Dude, this is so fucking lame. Like, oh, you're fucking reacting to the thing that I did about you, so fucking I'm gonna fucking private it. So you have to give me $15, and then he'd probably like take it down anyway. But it doesn't matter since
Very
it's not
clear.
really channel.
Just because I'm asking you to be unclear. I didn't want anybody to be unclear about that. You know, no, didn't send any DMs, just talking shit.
I want to
You know what I
start
mean?
from the beginning.
Wouldn't matter anyway. It wouldn't matter to me. Very first thing this jealous fuck gets upset about.
And he's saying that he totally agreed with actually. Man, the problem is this doesn't start from the beginning. This is halfway through. I want to react to it from the beginning. All right, I guess I'll have to outline what happened in the beginning. So, okay, so the stream starts off with him playing victim. Literally exactly what feminists do. He's like, I feel so hurt, blah, blah, blah. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with people being hurt or whatever, right? But the reason I don't buy this is because if it hurts so bad, why would your first instinct be not to reach out to me, to call me, to text me, to see what the situation was, but to make a drama stream 12 hours later, right? Does that really seem like someone who's sort of, just think about this, right? You and your friend, you find out that one of your friends said something about you that you don't like on a stream. Is your first reaction to just make a 2-hour drama stream about him, or is it to reach out to him directly? Also, this is very incongruent with Andrew's past behavior. He would call me from time to time, like, hey, this person said that, you leaked my DMs on your thing. Is it true? And I'd be like, no, it's not true. He'd be like, okay, cool. Just wanted to check. So this is really fucking, like, again, I'm not buying this pity party thing that he feels like he's so hurt, this victim complex that I betrayed him, when he literally is the one that's doing this drama stream 12 hours later without texting me, calling me. And me and Andrew had a good relationship up until then. So yeah, this feels extremely odd, especially given the fact that every single thing I said on Greg's channel is stuff that I said directly to him during the debate. There was nothing there that I said that was out of line or out of pocket. After which he texted me saying, there's no ill will and it's all good. Also, another important point to point out, if I was really a bad backstabber, if I was a really snake, you know what I would have done? When the whole news about him and Brittany Vinny broke, when there was 20 million people asking to react to it, I would have just done a big reaction stream, going in on him, calling out the blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get into it, but you guys think no. Like every single person was asking me. That would have been backstabbing. I didn't do that. I completely refrained from doing that. That could have gotten me a lot of views. That could have, probably, gotten me goodwill from people who hate Andrew. Didn't do that. Didn't go in at all. Same thing with Destiny. When Destiny was going through his divorce, people were asking me to do it. Didn't do it. Treated him the same way I treat Destiny, right? So for him to call me like that I betrayed him or hurt his feelings about saying something on a stream that exactly what I said to him directly, while at the same time he also constantly talks shit about me on his stream. And again, I want to be clear. He doesn't like insult me, like insult my girlfriend or something like that. But he does do some shit talking, right? During the pre-debate shit show, again, because he takes everything down. He literally was talking about that. Otherwise, I would have pulled up some clips. He did this whole thing, Monday Night Extravaganza, which was basically part of it was dedicated to me, where he spent like an hour like taking shots at me. Again, I don't care. It's all good fun. It's the internet, right? But then he somehow gets his panties in a bunch when I do, when I'm on a stream talking about that he was bad faith, which is exactly what I said during the whole thing. But yeah, I guess we can kick it off from there. There's just a lot of points. There's just a lot of points that I want to address in the early parts that we might not be able to get to. But yeah, let's just see where it picks off with Tom. But that's really sad that he needed to like fucking take the stream down. Like, what? This is your fucking stream. Just let me fucking like. What are you so afraid of me responding to? It's just weird. I don't know, Andrew. It just all of this behavior is just like very just bizarre. I mean, there were some red flags, but anyway, that's neither here or there. Let's see what Grace said. Paid employee who brings in the with their mic on, blah blah blah. Okay, this is. There was nothing that was said that hasn't been said to his face or DM, so I'm confused the motivation here. Yeah, I mean, I can speculate about his motivation, but he wanted to reach out to me because he's like, he saw the chat was like kind of like going in on us, and he's like, dude, I like totally disagreed with him. Like, I think like he's like, it was like, I want to hear like what you thought. I get my thoughts. He's like, dude, I completely agree. Like,
Dude, Alex, I sent you the DMs.
And his name rhymes with Zen Shakira.
Did you see?
No.
I sent you 2 screenshots of
I heard. Wait, so the chat was attacking you guys?
what we talked about, like what Andrew and I talked about. He 100% knew exactly what the debate was
And
about.
how much?
He was fucking lying.
How much money did Andrew get in donations?
So this is true. This person did reach out to me. He's very closely associated with Andrew, and he was like, "Dude, I'm confused. I don't know why Andrew did that." Again, I'm not going to say his name, not going to expose him or anything like that. But yeah, that did happen.
I heard he gets a lot of donations.
Yeah, he does well, honestly.
Very first thing this jealous fuck gets upset about, very first thing whoever this fucking guy is who's talking gets jealous and upset about, is that I make money online. I know that that's a difficult concept for most content creators, that there are actually.
No one is upset about you making money online. I think he's just asking how much does he make. It's Andrew constantly does this where he just like completely strawmans the other person. Oh, this person's jealous of my success. It's kind of like the same thing Fresh and Fit does. He's just literally asking how much money does he make online. It's a fair question. People ask me this all the time.
Actually entertaining enough personalities online that put on a good enough show that they actually make money when they're online. Isn't that crazy?
Wild.
That's insane. Right? It's nuts.
That sounds shady.
Very first thing they dive into. So after explaining that there's somebody in the Crucible who reached out to Alex, and Alex then says, well, I'll tell you who this person is offline, right? Ashley says, well, I have DMs I'm going to send you, right? Instantly nefarious shit, kind of backbiting.
Wait, she was saying, Ashley, so if you weren't here yesterday,
So let's just quickly see what these nefarious DMs are. The nefarious DM is literally what we're talking about is this. I'm just going to pull it up one more time. This is what he considers nefarious DMs. Let me just show this one more time. This is the DM in question. This is the nefarious DM, I guess, that he's talking about. Very nefarious. It's literally a conversation of him agreeing to the debate prompt. Do red pill content creators do more harm than good? Like what? This is what's considered nefarious. Okay, I don't even really know how to even respond to that. Okay, let's get back into what he's saying. But yeah, so this is again like trying to create a narrative that like, oh my God, I'm such a victim. These people are so blah blah blah. It's just absurd, man. Okay, let's keep going.
they invited Andrew on for a debate, and it was, is the red pill harming people, or is red pill harmful? Or I think the exact prompt was, are red pill content creators harming? Are red pill content creators harmful? That's what it was. Okay, so they get on there and they start bringing up issues with somebody like Rollo Tomasi, and then Andrew would say, "Yeah, I agree. That's harmful. I don't agree with that." So
actually, that's not really true. And I'm not sure if Tom maybe missed that part, but Rollo Tomasi was only brought on much later when Andrew was asking me who is like, okay, who created the red pill. I was like, well, Rollo Tomasi played a big role in pushing the red pill. Again, it wasn't just him, right? There was other people, but he was like considered the godfather of the red pill, right? That's what he calls himself. That's what a lot of other people call him. Again, neither here or there how true it is, but yeah. So that's when it was brought up, but it was never brought up to like, hey, let's attack Rollo or something like that.
That sentiment, they'd say something like, Rollo Tomasi says that you need to sleep with lots of women and have lots of sex, and Andrew say, yeah, I agree that is harmful, but I'm not going to defend what Rollo Tomasi says. Like, I'm not. We have our own ideas, so like, what are we doing here? Yeah,
it would just been so much easier if we could just react to the original thing. I mean, I love Tom, but we're just like, it's like two sets of commentary.
And they're like, well, he's like, argue with me and my ideas. Why are you bringing up Rollo Tomasi? And they're like, well, the prompt was red pill content creators are harmful, so we're talking about red pill content creators. And he's like, well, I don't know if that's true. Why would we talk about content creators? So she was saying, that's the prompt that I sent you in DMs. So right here, where she's talking about sending them DMs, I'm pretty sure she's saying, I'm going to send you the DMs that show that I did give him that prompt.
Exactly. He's completely correct here.
It did say red pill content creators.
Bullshit. You know what I mean? Just typical backbiting shit.
Like at least 400, 500.
No, did not make $400 or $500 in that stream. I made closer to 12 or 1300.
Very important clarification because we all want to know.
Not today, degenerate.
Got him.
I mean, I just wanted to clear that up in case they were confused. I didn't make $400 or $500 in that stream. It was much closer to $1,200 or $1,300 for 3 hours of my time. I didn't want anybody to be unclear. I didn't want anybody to be unclear about that. No, I didn't send any DMs, just talking shit. You know what I mean?
Again, this DM of talking shit is literally him agreeing to the debate prompt.
Of course, I was raising funds for travel expenses because I'm, flying across the country, but we'll get into that as we go here.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. He's almost at 5,000 for his little his vacation budget or whatever.
For my vacation budget,
or whatever.
I'm going to go sit in studios for hours upon hours of my time, probably 40, 50 hours worth of just studio time, then camera, then editing. Not to mention travel time, travel expenses. Yeah, this is it's a vacation. It was for my vacation. You guys funded a vacation. I didn't know.
So here he's doing like a little bit of the victim thing again. Okay, yeah, you're going to be going on a lot of podcasts. That is making you money. Right, it's not a vacation, that is sure, but it is It's a business thing that's making you money. Like he's making it seem like he's making some kind of big sacrifice. No, you're doing lucrative collabs, which are going to make you money, which is fine. I mean, again, I didn't say anything about vacation. I had no idea what the fund was for. But yeah, it's not that big of a difference. Like he's making it seem like he's doing like a fucking volunteer trip, or he's like going to like take care of a sick family member. No, homie, you're going on a trip to make money. That's essentially what's happening.
What, church or-
Which is ironic that he's raising money for a trip where he will make money. I don't know.
Holy Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's like taking donations and going on vacation?
Yeah.
That seems like very e-girl thoughty.
What a fucking prick. You know? What a fucking prick. That seems very e-girlish. Yeah, it does sound very e-girlish. Good thing I'm not doing that, you fucking dick. Good thing that's not what I'm doing, you fucking prick. That sounds very e-girl. You know what else sounds very e-girlish? Even if I was doing that. Even if I was like, you know what, guys, in the Crucible, let's raise 10 grand so that I can go to the fucking Bahamas and suck down a mojito. Right? That's not
You really got triggered by that joke.
going to go to the Bahamas and just suck down alcoholic beverages all day, right? Who would give a flying fuck anyway? And how would that be e-girlish behavior? It's e-girlish behavior. You get jealous.
It's like he's doing the fresh and fit argument. You're jealous. You're just jealous. He's like arguing against a straw man. Like that, my man, that was literally the most obvious joke ever.
Somebody could accomplish such a feat. That's more, you know, isn't that very e-girlish? Very feminine behavior here. Melly says in $10. Appreciate that very much. The Commonwealth says $20 for your vacation budget. Maybe I should. Leon says in $20 says just to make them mad. You guys got the dono chat link there too, right? You can send them in there too. What a bunch of dicks. I just couldn't believe this whole, like just a whole shit talking stream about me. I've never done anything but good things for these people.
You couldn't believe it when you literally have a Monday night shit talking extravaganza where I was the topic of one of them, where you talk shit about me, where the pre-debate stream we talk shit about me. Pretty much every single debate you do, you talk shit about the other person. Literally, there's nothing here that was said that was out of line or out of pocket. What could you not believe? That you, as someone who talks a lot of shit about someone, is now upset and butthurt because during a stream with 5 people, me and Ashley were discussing about how you were bad faith, which is exactly what I told you during the actual debate. You can't make this up.
I mean, whatever. It's either for money.
Hot Christian summer, I guess.
Wait, is he married?
Yeah. Wait, what did that have to do with it?
No, I was gonna say, why is he like going on dates and shit?
No, he's
Why am I going on dates? What? What the fuck, dude? What? Where did that come from?
Just let it play for 5 seconds and you'll see.
not going on dates.
Oh, yeah. No.
The only person
No,
he's going on a date with listen,
Okay. I think Alex is jumping on now.
the only person he's going on a date with is Jesus in the Bible.
Well, and my rent games.
Yo, yo.
Yo, what's up?
How's it going, man?
Can't hear anything. Once.
Okay, so this is where I jumped on. Me and Tom talked for a while, but you guys can watch it on Tom's channel, but I want to get back to the actual reacting to this.
Shared screen up on Discord. I just played
Oh.
the clip. So you
Which is what I did during the actual debate.
Find another fucking job, Andrew.
Yeah. This is more of a debate between you guys.
we had it pulled up and getting ready to start it when you jumped on.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm only like 20% of the way the stream. Another thing I wrote down, which you'll see, is he likes to make the point that, like, oh, these people just want me to come on and spit on these other content creators who I'm associated with. They just actually want me on just so I can spit on all these other people, which is
Yeah, okay, we're kind of skipping around. Let me try to get back to where Tom's reacting to it.
it's a prerogative. Do you have any other questions, Vikram?
Do you guys want to talk to Ben?
And with the exception of that, I'm not on possibly what his motivation may have been. Because I don't know.
Or know anything about a subject to argue the negative. But evolution is still one where you could say there's no evidence for evolution. You could just say that there's no evidence for it, and then the other person has to make the claims that there is evidence for it. That is one way that you argue the negative without knowing anything about it. And then the onus is on the other person to make the claims and prove their point. So yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I think that's more or less true.
I want to get
Exist.
Though, because I disagree with everybody who's currently on this panel. I disagree.
Like, you're there to talk about ideas. They disagree with the ideas. They're not shitting.
Because I've never done that.
okay.
For business too.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't heard.
Big leagues. Totally, it's a crab in the bucket mentality. $10 from Nala Black says Alex is obsessed with Rolo and hates everyone who associates with him. The moment you started to become friendly with Rolo, your days with Alex were numbered. That's fucked up though, dude. I never did anything but help this guy. Democracy is dead says nothing clever to say. Stay strong, Andrew. Alex is dumb. It's crazy. That's my recommendation. Anybody who's getting into any of this stuff, don't do any collaborations with women. Don't talk to them behind the
Don't do any collaboration. Okay, so let's quickly address the Rolo thing. That because he started associating with Rolo, that developed some kind of animosity towards him. dude, I'm friends with Rollo's business partner, Michael Sartain. Okay. I'm friends with a lot of people that are associated with Rollo. Michael Sartain being the case in point. Literally, the dude's on my channel all the time. I consider him a friend. We talk, for here and there, right? So this idea that, because you're associated with Rollo, because you collab with Rollo, then your dates with me numbers, just absurd. Why, if that was the case, if I hate people surrounding themselves with Rollo, why the fuck would I talk to why the fuck would I have constant collabs with Michael Sartain? If if you apply that logic to Fresh and Fit, why would I collab with Casey, who's like really good friends with Myron? I've had him on my channel several times. He's a good buddy of mine. Like, none of that makes sense. I don't really give a shit who you're friends with. It's just, again, false claim.
The scenes, anything less than just like
Tom Fuller Show saying there is no evidence of X is a positive claim. I think you mean I know of or have seen no evidence of X. I'm not sure what you're saying. I don't think you would debate whether or not you know of or have seen evidence of a thing. You wouldn't debate that. You would debate whether or not the thing exists.
like, yes, okay, here's the time and date, and that's it. Never talk to any of these people. It's never a good idea. $20 comes in from Leon on the donor chat site. Says, please, can you call Rollo when he
or whether or not there's evidence that the thing exists.
Call out Rollo when he says that he's a Christian? Shaking my head. Of course, I'm happy to tangle up with Tomasi. You know what I mean? Happy to tangle up with Tomasi.
It seems like when he did that one stream with Tomasi, it was more of like a fucking, I don't know, like a friendly chat. I didn't see any debate. And again, he doesn't need to do debate with Rollo, but I haven't seen him tangle with Tomasi. I haven't seen him tangle with any red pillar, actually. It seems like he kind of plays hide the ball and kind of like, yeah, I'm sort of on your side, sort of not on your side. I mean, it's I guess you could say it's like a fucking Machiavellian move to try to like, grow as much as possible. But it doesn't really speak much of like him actually having strong values.
But it's really interesting. Like, Tomasi's never been anything but super respectful to me, even when we're disagreeing. He's never been anything but super respectful. $4 comes in from Anonymous. Says, I think Alex is still mad because Myron's girlfriend exposed the fabricated street interviews that he does. I don't know what their problem is with each other. What?
Okay, so none of that ever actually happened. There was no exposing of street interviews. So what happened was Myron's girlfriend was in a video that I did, and then she made a bunch of claims, and then I showed the actual video what happened and pretty much disproved all of them. So yeah, there's no fake interviews or anything like that.
What the fuck does any of that have to do with me? You know what I mean? Or is it like you have to hate the people I hate, or we can't be buddies? It's just like such low tier bullshit. It's bad for business too.
Yeah.
Again, don't believe that. Never believe that. I associate with people that hate other people all the time. Like, that's not something that I think could, like, you can say that about some people. I'm definitely not one of them. I associate with a lot of people. Some people on the far right, some people on the far left. I associate with some people who are friends with other people that I hate. None of that is in any way applicable to me. You're just completely straw manning what I believe right now.
I don't think I haven't heard Alex say this, so I don't. That's what Alex was talking about just a minute ago. Is he doesn't know why Andrew keeps saying this, as though he doesn't want him to be friends with Tomasi or something like that. I don't know either. I don't know where that's coming from.
Screenshot of Andrew on Twitter.
It's just a pure straw man.
Challenging Myron to a debate, and then also Andrew and Rollo Tomasi are like about 2 streams, but they're again. So like it all is exactly what I said it was. Like
Andrew's a known fraud.
Well, he's getting in with the red pillars. So
He's getting in with the red pillars.
he doesn't want to like debate about them, which is why I thought it was weird that he agreed to do the debate, which actually didn't even agree to do him. He offered to do the debate.
Bullshit. And I'm like, Ashley, I'm not going to be releasing any of these DMs. She can release them. But just so that you know, she came to me, not me, her, big shock there, and said that she was looking for someone to do a red pill debate and asked me if I would. And then thanked me profusely.
This part I have no idea about. I didn't organize this debate. I was involved in setting it up. So I'm not going to comment on that because I have no idea.
Because I agreed to do it because I wanted to help her channel out. That's it. I wanted to help her channel. So I agreed to do the debate. You know what I mean? Had I known, so what she's referencing is a DM where she said, the premise is going to be, is red pill content, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember exactly what it was. But regardless of what I agreed to, had I known for a second that what it was actually going to be was, hey, these people who you disagree with but work with from time to time, I want you to trash those people. Even though I'm on a stream.
You're not
complete fucking straw man. No one wanted that. We were going to talk about red pill content is good or bad. We were going to no one wanted you to trash these content creators. No one wanted you to do anything even along the lines of that. He's just, again, a complete straw man. Like, just this is something he's just straight up making up. He's just lying out of his ass right now when he says this.
supposed to trash those people. You were supposed to argue in favor of those people. I don't know why he keeps saying this. He was supposed to defend them. That was the point. That was the idea of the debate is, hey, we're going to bring these ideas that we think you agree with.
If you're so uncomfortable also with the debate proposition, then just don't agree to it or ask for a different debate proposition. But he agrees to the debate proposition, which is all red pill content creators do more harm than good. Never was it supposed to be like, oh, this person, blah, blah, blah. It was supposed to be talk about ideas, which is what I had outlined in my notes, and he just refused to engage. So yeah, he's just completely straw manning right now.
And we're gonna get you to defend them.
With other people who I disagree with, but also work with from time to time. Am I supposed to trash them? Like if I go on Tomasi's show, am I supposed to trash Alex? Because I've never done that. If I go on this guy's show, am I supposed to trash Ashley? Because I don't do that. So, it's kind of a fucked up position to put me in the first place to try to start reading DMs of all these different people who I work with inside the space for the purposes of debating.
Again, total lie. No one was going to have you start reading DMs from people's story. The point is that Ashley had Twitter screenshots of Andrew. This is all public stuff of him agreeing with certain red pill talking points, right? So Ashley was going to say, hey, you said this, right? And if he was to say, oh, no, I never said that, then she would show the public screenshot of him agreeing with a red pill talking point that some content creator said, right? No private DMs that were about to be shown, nothing along the lines of that. All public Twitter stuff that he agreed to, right? So he's like upset that he publicly endorsed some red pill belief, and now he's being challenged on it on a debate about red pill beliefs or red pill content creators. Like, shoot.
Their ideas and things like this.
Reading DMs.
And you want me to shit all over these people. That's just as messed up as if I was ambushed by Fresh and Fit, let's say. And they're like, oh, this person, Ashley and Alex, are you going to defend what they're saying here? Shit all over them. Because that'll make me feel better. That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, never happened. Just pure straw man. He's just literally making this up. Like, he's lying out of his ass right now.
That's just stupid. Nick
So
Ray says in
lost.
$5 says, only female commentator I trust is Lauren Chen. Check her out sometime. Became a fan of yours on whatever. Appreciate that very much. Appreciate it very much.
Which I appreciate, actually. Like, I appreciate it. I just wish he would have been honest about it. That's all. But I appreciate that he came on. It was fun.
I wish you would have been honest and told me that the entirety of what it was going to be was that you were going to shit on people who I sometimes work with on different shows in order to get me to shit on those same people so that we were in some kind of content war.
Nope, never was an intention. No one on my side. We never shit on anybody. We brought up certain red pill talking points that someone says, but no one was ever shit on. Literally, just again, he's just completely trying to change the narrative to make it seem like again he's the victim, that he was tricked into this debate that he didn't even want to do, and now he's always the victim. I don't know. It just seems like he's always likes to play the victim, which again is like super like liberal feminist type of thing. But I don't know why he's doing it.
Because you don't fucking like them. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Democracy is dead for $10 says I heard Andrew known for.
Yeah, this is odd. Like, you're there to disagree. Like, you're there to talk about ideas. They disagree with the ideas. They're not shitting on the person. It's not personal. They just disagree with the ideas that they're espousing. I don't know. You're even saying that you would debate Rollo Tomasi on like the Christian aspects of his beliefs. So you're willing to disagree with his ideas as well. So I'm totally lost on this. I don't understand.
Yeah, just because he's just straight up lying right now. Like, I mean, I don't know any other way to put it. This is just a straight up lie. And I mean, look, I'm not going to speculate about his motivations. I have my thoughts on this, but anyway, let's keep going.
Broad got pissed, sending more cash for these idiots. Yeah, appreciate that. Melly sends in $5 says, didn't Ashley start freaking out one time on David from Church of the Eternal Logos? I don't know. It's really funny though, because I disagree with everybody who's currently on this panel. I disagree with all of the things that they say for the most part. I disagree with Ashley's position on abortion. I disagree with her position on Christianity. I disagree with Alex's entire pickup artistry. I disagree with them. Yet work with them all the time. That's fine. You're not allowed to work with these other guys, though. That's not
I'm
okay.
totally
Even
lost
if
on this.
the whole thing is just going on the show, doing debates, things like that.
I don't know
Doesn't
what
mean
he's getting at.
Yeah, no one's saying you can't work with these guys. No one gives a shit. Just pure straw man.
That's right.
I work within the confines of the sphere so I can debate these ideas. You know what I mean? It's fine for me to go on their show if I disagree with them. Not fine for me to go on the shows of these other people who they disagree with. That's fucking bullshit.
I'm creating the narrative that I'm like some jealous person. It's like, you can't talk to Myra and blah, blah, blah. Dude, I don't give a fuck. If that was the case, why would I constantly platform associated with Michael Sartain?
I don't. Where did they give him crap for going on those shows? I don't understand.
He's a fraud.
I like Andrew, but like he definitely like
That was like the bad faith fucking debate ever.
it was definitely he made a short or like a clip of it. Did you see that where you're
No.
accusing him to like be bad faith and blah blah blah? He's like,
Like he's doing right now. Now, first of all, I don't even make the clips on the Crucibles channel. I have a guy who is paid to make clips for the Crucible channel, and what he tries to do is find the most provocative clickbaity ones they can, because that's part of how YouTube operates. So he found something he thought people wanted to watch, and that's what he put up. Now, here's the funny part. Had either of them reached out to me and said, hey, look, I don't like this clip, or I don't like how it's represented, or if they'd even reached out to me and said, I didn't like this debate and how I feel like I'm represented, I would have taken it down.
I didn't even see the clip. I had no problem with the clip. I don't even know what the clip is about. I don't give a shit. You can make any clip you want. That was never the crux of the issue. The point I was saying is that you were bad faith in the debate. I don't care about some clip you made. Ashley asked me if I saw it, and I said I didn't see it.
I would have taken it down.
I've done that a bunch. Anytime anybody's ever asked me to take a debate down, I've always done it. Or just anything that somebody else is in. There's been a ton of time, or not a lot actually. Yeah, there's maybe been like 2 or 3, 4, maybe. I can't really think of all the times, but yeah, there's been a number of times where people have asked me to take something down, and I've always just taken it down.
Unconventional Man says, sad thing is, I first came across you from PWF channel, and I'll continue to support you, Andrew, and everything you're doing. Appreciate that very much. Very much from the Unconventional Man. No one.
And by the way, that's all well and good. I'm not telling you guys. I want to be clear. I'm not telling you guys you can't support Andrew. I'm not saying you guys I want there to be some kind of like war, like either pick me or him. Nah, for sure. If you guys like his shit, check out his shit. But the point of this video isn't to dissuade people from following him. I don't wish this guy any particular ill will. I thought what he did here was super fucked up. I don't appreciate him spreading
Going
this
to you for 20 bucks says,
ridiculous narrative about me. But yeah, like, look, he
bet you
does,
money
he does
Alex
some
will make
really entertaining content, and yeah, I wish him the best in terms of that regards. I mean, there's no like on that side, like, yeah, like I don't want people to have to feel like they have to pick between us. You just watch both channels. But again, I have to defend myself against this absurd narrative and just kind of some of the just straight up lies he's saying. Like this whole idea that, oh, we brought him on just so he could trash talk content creators. There's no evidence. There's no proof for it. It never happened.
different when you realize a lot of us appreciated him hosting you as a moderator and not being a crybaby go along. Yeah, this is bullshit. This is total bullshit. I didn't do anything to deserve this to either of these people.
I was still willing to host him. I'll still host Andrew. He can come on anytime. We can have a debate. I'm not the one that's saying, oh, I'll never talk to you again because you said something on a stream that is exactly what you said to me directly on a different stream.
Patriot sends in $5 says, wait, they don't know about the smokes I bought you where you were in the Bahamas? Yeah.
I like Rachel Wilson.
He's the epitome. That was the most bad face. I literally told him, like, he texted me afterwards. He was like, oh man, hope there's no ill will. I'm like, yeah, there's no ill will.
Yeah, I know. It's a totally bad faith, mean Andrew. I texted Alex after the debate, as Alex just said, and said, look, I hope there's no bad.
Again, no one's saying that the text was bad faith. You see what he does? He like twists these narratives to make it seem like it's something that's not. Like he's making it seem now that like, oh, Alex is claiming that I'm bad faith because I texted him. No, I'm not.
At will, I did what I do in debates, and I came on to the debate and debated. That's what I did. So I texted him after, said, I hope there's no ill will here. We can continue to work together like we have for several years on content creation. What a scumbag I am.
We're cool, but I will never debate you again unless you explicitly agree to answer all my questions.
So it has to be an interview, not a debate. It's a fucking interview. You want us to do an interview?
No. During a debate, both sides have to answer questions. That's again, this is where's he getting these ideas from, right? When I'm doing a debate, when you're doing a debate with someone, they ask you questions, you ask them questions. Now, the one thing you can do is the question is totally off topic. You can say, hey, that's irrelevant, right? And the moderator decides if it's relevant or not. But yes, you are supposed to answer questions in debate. If you just refuse to answer any questions, then there's no debate that can happen, right? Then I can't figure out what your position is. I can't ask for clarity. I can't figure out exactly what we are talking about. We can't even agree on a common theme, right? If we just refuse to answer questions. So no, that's not an interview. That's how debate works, is both parties answer questions, with the exception if someone is asking something that's off topic, right? Or maybe highly inappropriate, and then the moderator decides whether that is the case or not.
Doesn't know the distinction between a debate and an interview. Socratic method doesn't even work that way.
What do you say?
He sent me like a very long message explaining like something like about how like debate prompts or whatever.
Whatever.
What a jerk. So in response to this, of him saying that to me, I sent Alex back a text and I said, listen, I just want to help you out and show you that if you have the positive position for X, here's how this would work in a debate. And this is something that I would work on if I were you. What a piece of shit I am.
That's not exactly what happened. He just sent me a text defending himself about essentially the argument he was making is that, well, I was taking the neutral position, which he wasn't. He was taking the negative position, right? That's just like, again, it's just like a little twist of, I guess, the narrative to make it seem like, well, I was taking the neutral position. So no, you weren't. You were taking the negative position.
But what a piece of shit I am.
Well, I sent you the DM. He knew exactly what the debate was about. And then
you're right.
debate, it also said,
Yeah, she's going to selectively send the DM without context of the previous DM where she said she was looking for a fill-in on Red Pill. You know what I mean?
Show the context.
Kind of some mixed messages there.
Clearly, I told him exactly what it was about. And he even, in his reply,
Why would that be
said,
mixed messages?
They, meaning the content creators, not the Red Pill. He knew. And the description said Red Pill creators.
You're out now?
Whatever. I'm just saying.
If you know what you should have done, you should have pulled up that screenshot and be like, what part of that is confusing? You literally
Well, I think that the reason that she didn't is because there was a previous. She would have had to pull up the previous message, which would provide context, and that's a little bit more difficult then, right? $10 comes in from Jessica Tusi, who says, "Thanks for teaching me so much about debate."
I looked at the previous screenshots, just them coordinating logistics.
Tactics going to be super helpful this year. My 14-year-old daughter has learned a lot too. Great. I hope that you guys enjoy the content.
No, it was just so lost at the point like that.
Oh yeah, change the donut bar to the vacation fund. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's set like some absurd number on it too. Hang on. Here we go. All right, here we go. We'll set it up here. All right, vacation fund. Let's set it for like let's set it for $2,000.
So look at the comment from Anthony C. To be honest, they didn't even really say anything harsh against Andrew during his live. Andrew talked way more shit on his end. Very true. like it's blatantly obvious. But again, he does a sneaky shit where he takes all these streams down so no one can ever quote me or no one can ever actually show the proof. That's why he's taking down the pre-debate stream. That's why he takes all this shit down, right? Because then, it's just his word against mine. But yeah, anyone who's there knows the fact. Andrew talks way more shit than I do or that we ever did.
$1,000 for the vacation fund. There we go. There's the vacation fund. Just for me to have set it for like 500K. Just for me to have some mojitos,
And And he went in his DMs, and you could tell when I said, I told you this, and he went and read it, and he was like, you could see on his face, he was like,
Here's a 5 light your cigar on a yacht.
like, but he just played it off. I was like, all right.
Andrew's a known fraud.
Yeah, I like I said, it didn't seem like he was arguing with her on that anymore. Like she said, I just read the DMs. I did say content creators, and she read the DM back to him, and he let it go, and she kept going back to it and saying, "No, Andrew, I did say content creators." And he was like, he wasn't saying anything about that anymore. He had let it go a while ago.
Fraud.
Here's what I think happened.
This dude just chimes in from time to time, and he's a known fraud too. Just for like every now and again, this dude just chimes in with nothing useful to say. He's like, "There's no fraud." This dude who sounds like he has a speech impediment.
Okay, so here's my theory: is that he just doesn't know shit about the red pill. So like when I asked him like what are the red pill tenets, the only one he could give me is girls like taller guys. Like,
So I wasn't even giving you that as a tenant. I was giving you that as an example of how somebody
an
would refer
example,
to some other things ontological nature, so that you would understand when I say I think that all these guys are trying to do is give it a descriptor for ontology. That's it.
So he does the same thing as Rolla does. He uses a bunch of big words to try to muddy the waters, but it was actually very, very simple. You said the red pill is a series of descriptors about nature. Okay, what are some of these descriptors, right? You don't have to over-intellectualize this. It's a very straightforward question that he just refused to answer.
But they don't even understand what that word means, so what's the point?
yeah, that's what the red pill is.
He
And that's
discovered
not,
fucking
like,
fire.
That's
So
The prior wolf sends in $20. Have a wonderful vacation. Will do.
that's not red pill tenets. It's a common sense tenet.
exactly.
Well, right. It's an ontological tenant, right? It's just like saying part of the nature of this thing is to do X. Right? It's part of their being. Alex, debate coaching fun for $5 from Con Street.
So I think what it really is, he has no idea what red pill tenets are, and he didn't want to come off looking like taking an optical like kind of L. I mean, like honestly, I don't know. Like tell me about them. So instead he just basically just decided to completely.
But even whenever
Yeah, I didn't even. That's true. I didn't actually.
And again, this is the shit talking that he's referring to. This is the backstabbing. Me literally analyzing the debate the exact way I did in my closing statement and during the actual debate. Like, what if someone can tell me one thing that was said here that was out of pocket or something that I did not say during the actual, initial debate? I would be curious to know, because I went back through it, couldn't think of one thing that I said that was out of pocket.
To even agree on tenet. I was just giving like an example of what one could
we
be.
told him about the tenets of the red pill, or even when I pulled up, like, I literally had, whatever, it doesn't matter, because even when we did, he was like, by whose definition? And it's like, what definition are you coming from?
Now, let me tell you what actually happened so that you understand. This is my perspective. Their perspective is Andrew just doesn't know anything. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Tom,
Here we have another straw man, right? You can see it in front of your eyes. They're saying Andrew's an idiot. Andrew doesn't know anything. Not what I said. What I said was Andrew is not familiar with the red pill, right? You can be not familiar. My mom's not familiar with the red pill. My dad's not familiar with the red pill. They're not idiots. Albert Einstein didn't know what the fuck the red pill was. You don't have to know what, like, so again, he's creating a false narrative here. Like, oh, they're saying I'm an idiot. No one is saying that. We're just saying that you don't really know what the red pill is.
I would admit he's bad faith. Like I've explained, I don't think what he did was bad faith. I do think that there's a culture in the space of making people take a position in the way that they were asking Andrew to. Like, generally, that's just really not the way that it's supposed to be done. And I think that it is a hard position to be in, where Andrew has to come up with the thing for Alex to disagree with now. And it's, yeah.
So me and if you guys want to go back, me and Tom really hashed this out. I disagree with Tom. I respect Tom. I disagree with his point here. I'm not asking him to come up with things that I disagree with. I'm just asking him to tell me what these descriptors are that he's claiming are part of the red pill. Again, just to go back to the analogy I give, I'm debating someone who hates pickup, and I'm saying, no, pickup is not bad. And you're like, okay, Alex, what is pickup? I'm like, well, pickup is a series of strategies designed to seduce women. And you're like, okay, what are these strategies? I can't be like, oh, what? You want me to make your argument for you? Like, if I don't tell you what these strategies are, how can we have a discussion? Like, what are you supposed to disagree with me there? Pickup is a series of strategies to pick up women. What are you supposed to say? Like, there's nothing you can do with that. Like, I have to tell you what these strategies are that I believe to be the case, and then we can have a debate about them, right? So I think Tom is talking about something different here, because that's literally, I think, exactly what happens. Like, okay, you're saying that you're defending the red pill. You're saying that it's not harmful. You're saying it's a series of descriptors. I need to know what these descriptors are, what you believe they are, not what they are. I know what they are, right? I have my idea what they are, but I need to hear from you what you think they are.
Weird.
Here's my perspective, okay? And I don't say this kind of stuff lightly.
Like, generally, I would. I think I would. I'm not sure what I would do in that position, but I think I would, just to try to make sure that a debate can happen. I've done that numerous times where I've gone into a debate, we agreed pretty early on, and there just wasn't really anything for us to argue on. So I ended up just arguing the position, or arguing a new position instead, just to make sure that a debate could happen. But in this case, this one was a little bit harder, and I don't know what I would have done if I was in Andrew's position. I'm not sure, because again,
here's what I would have done. Honestly, dude, I don't really know much about the red pill descriptors. Maybe you can tell me some, and we can go through them one by one. I'll tell you if I agree or disagree with them. I say, okay, top 10% of men are fucking 9% of women. I don't know if I agree with that, or actually, yeah, that's one I agree with. I think it's true, and then we can kind of really hash it out, right? That's what I would have done if I was Andrew.
And he has to come up with a topic.
And also, there's another comment. There's a difference between talking shit and doing whatever this is.
He has to come up with a position that not only red pillars believe in, but one that Alex was going to disagree with. Since when do we do academia-style debates, LMAO? That shit was weird and cringe. Andrew wouldn't engage in good faith. Andrew has always done it that way. Andrew has always, like, in debates, talked about the fact that he's taking the positive position, the other person's taking the negative position, that he will go through, like, the way a debate is supposed to be structured. Like, Andrew has always done it that way.
I've never seen Andrew be this bad, at least not with me. I haven't seen all his debates. I've never seen him be this obstructionist. Like, I've seen him, like, sometimes when he's pressed, he starts doing this obstructionism shit. I've never seen him do it to this level. Yeah, I just think, honestly, because he wasn't really prepared to debate the red pill because he doesn't really know much about the red pill, which is fine. But then just either don't accept the debate or just own the fact that you don't know, and we can talk about it.
So when we say we, again, like a culture of how we do debates generally in this space is one thing, but Andrew has always kind of done it this way with positive and negative positions and doing it a bit more structured in that way.
Right. And if this little stream didn't happen, I would never say this, but I'm just going to tell you the truth so that you understand. Okay. I'm an S tier debater, really S tier, past A tier.
They would just have a little bit more bragging.
Okay. These people are F tier. I have been in the past so ridiculously charitable to them.
So there's some guy in the comments. I've debated Andrew 3 times. He doesn't do that shit all the time. BS.
Kind to them and so charitable to them, to their positions, that I'll often guide them through their own arguments while we're debating, just to help them out. Literally.
That is blatantly false. I don't know if he does that with other people. He's never done that with me. Whenever him and I debate, it's super combative. He definitely doesn't, rarely ever gives an inch. He certainly doesn't guide me through my position. That's just BS. He's a super charitable debater. Andrew's whole reputation is based on being a massive dickhead on the internet when he debates people. And when he debates me, he's no different, right? When he debates anyone, that's his thing. And whatever, it is what it is. It's his image. It's his persona he created. Yeah, this idea that he's like such a good faith debater and he's like trying to help people, get the fuck out of here with this. Maybe offline, definitely never during the debate.
And not make them look stupid. What happened is, it was the first time that these people have ever seen me actually give them a real debate. That was it. It's the first time
that wasn't a real debate. There was no debate that happened. We didn't get to debate.
They've ever actually seen that happen. And they were floored by it. They were flabbergasted by it because I've always gone out of my way not to do that. Not to be particularly brutal. To be overly charitable to their stupid fucking positions. I've been way charitable. And so what happens is the second they actually get a real debate and you start to understand the distinction between the two of us, this is what happens.
But yeah, that wasn't a real debate. I've done a lot of debates. Never seen one quite to that extent. The only thing that comes close is when Mr. Slave debated this guy, Avi. It was on a Discord server, and they spent like 3 hours trying to like establish what debate proposition was. But yeah, there was no debate that happened here. Andrew was just being massively obstructionist. We just couldn't move forward. Just refused to answer questions. I mean, again, I've already made that point. So,
right, this type of cope and trash talking me and shit like this live on a stream. Didn't even reach out. Nothing. By the way, neither of these people even reached out before they trashed me. The only thing that Alex reached out to do was try to get me on another panel last night, which I was happy to do. I said, sure.
The panel that he initially asked me to get him on, he forgets to mention that part. So Andrew asked me to set up a debate panel between him and Michael Sartain. So I was following up about that and saying, hey, Michael Sartain came through, so here are the details. So he leaves that part out, which was, it's not that important to the whole thing, but that it wasn't me like reaching out, hey man, it was him initially asking me about it and me following up on that. But okay.
A panel with him tonight if he was going to set it up. I didn't have any problems with the guy. They didn't know they had these fucking things lurking in their brain about me. No clue.
You had no clue that we thought you were bad faith, even though I told you that directly during the stream multiple times.
Never said a word about it, except when I'm not around. You know. Skater sends in $10 Canadian, says, is it really surprising guy who lies about being 6 foot, edit pictures on dating apps as a gremlin, take my money for your vacation? Look, I'm still not going to talk shit about him. I'm still not going to do it. I'm just going to address all this, and then that's the end of it. Really stupid fucking thing to burn a bridge over, I got to tell you. Democracy's dead for $20 says, saying that
if anyone burned a bridge here, it's Andrew burning the bridge with me. I didn't burn a bridge, okay? I did exactly what he does many, many times, which is kind of, just discuss the topic at hand, maybe take a few playful jabs. I never insulted him. I never went on him personally. I never made it, personal or said anything that was out of pocket at all. Every single thing I said on Greg's stream were things that I directly said during the actual debate, after which he texted me saying there's nothing wrong with. So he chose to burn this bridge, not me. Even at this point, I'm still willing to fucking have debate all this with Andrew. If he wants to talk about the claims he's making during this thing, I'm happy to do it. I'm not the one that's burning this bridge. So yeah, I think let's make that clear right
Some
now.
red pillar said something doesn't define what a red pill is. That is not hard. Enjoy a well-deserved vacation. Appreciate that very much. Well-deserved.
Something, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he set up. Here's what he did. He set up. It was a very bad faith strategy, which I saw through right away. So here's what he was doing. The reason he didn't want to give us any.
These people should never say bad faith. If they were smart, then they would understand that if you say that the opposition is being bad faith, that means you should be able to completely steamroll them. That's what you should be able to do.
No, if someone's not engaging at all and just not answering any questions, then you just kind of stall. I mean, you can, I guess, insult them. I guess the one thing, like I was playing this back, the one thing I should have done is just ignored Andrew and just engaged with Sergio more, because I feel like he was just like kind of a lost cause at that point. He just didn't want to engage at all. So, you know, I could have had an actual productive debate with Sergio and just kind of ignored Andrew. That's the only thing I think I could have done differently. Or I guess I could have fought more in the early stages about what the debate prompt is. Again, I was trying to meet him halfway. I was trying to move it forward. He doesn't want to talk about content careers. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's talk about the red pill in general. Let's talk about prescriptions. Oh, I don't want to talk about prescriptions. Let's talk descriptions. Okay, let's talk about descriptions. I was trying to meet him halfway, and yeah, maybe I could have like not done that, I guess. But again, then we'd still be exactly where we are, where no debate happens.
Opposition's being bad faith.
I don't agree with that.
Like, I would actually prefer if the opposition is bad faith, because it just makes me 10 times more effective.
Yeah, I don't agree
for
with
$10
this.
Canadian says another 10 for keep your morality and not talking shit. Enjoy your vacation. Appreciate that. Corin says, I personally can confirm, even in the debate, you were wearing kid gloves at the Crucible. I really was. I'm ridiculously charitable to these people, all of them. Most of the smaller creators that I work with, which I don't even have to, by the way, don't even need to work with any of them. I am ridiculously charitable to them. The people who have seen the kinds of debates that I can do are like, you know, they always are saying the same shit. You treat them with kid gloves, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm not trying to ostracize these people. I want to help them and do everything I can to elevate other people's content as well.
I want to help them, which is why I'm gonna make a whole stream saying that Alex is a backstabber. Okay, interesting.
Mr. Darius for $5 says, how does being blacklisted by Destiny affect your business? Not even a little. I can't imagine taking all this dumb shit that personally like BWF and Destiny do. And bro, people go fucking crazy about this kind of stuff, I'm telling you. $10 from Shocky says, hope you all have a great vacation. Have a smoke for me. Ever since I watched whatever with you, been watching a lot of your debates. You're definitely S tier. Yeah, there's people who make these fucking things all the time on Twitch and things. I don't even worry about that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't even worry about it. It's not even my priority. I would never even say this stuff, except that I need to explain that the real counter here is that, you know, I was really doing these people quite the favor and have been for a long time.
Okay, let's clean this up. So when I met Andrew, he had like 4,000, 5,000 subscribers, right? It started off with me coming. Actually, I was introduced to him by Kevin Ray Wilder. That's how long ago it was. Initially, I came on his channel, did the debate on his channel. Again, this was before anyone knew who the fuck he was. After that, I platformed him way more than he platformed me. I had him on my channel dozens and dozens of times. He had me on his channel maybe 4 or 5 times, right? Anyway, I don't care about any of that. He's entertaining. He's a good character. He has himself admitted that, you know, doing these collabs with me and becoming on my channel was a massive thing that kicked off his career. The person that's associated with him also told me the same exact thing. I think that's, you know, just kind of self-evident, right? Now, in terms of doing kind things for each other, I've done plenty of kind things for Andrew. I've set up debates with him with people he wanted. He like reach out to me like, hey, can you set this up? I'll set it up because it's people I'm associated with. For example, like the Vosh debate, I set that up. All the Destiny debates, like all of that stuff. It didn't happen on its own. It's me setting it up for Andrew, right? And again, I benefited from him. You know, it was a good show, but a lot of these things I did for Andrew because he requested them. Now, that's not to say that he was he didn't do anything for me. I think he introduced me to a few people, and I think 1 or 2, maybe something like that. And these were mutually beneficial collabs. So I think the best way to describe this is that it was a mutually beneficial, business relationship / friendship. But it was definitely not a one-way street where Andrew was doing all the shit for me and I was doing anything for him. Again, when we met, no one knew who the fuck he was. He had 5,000 subscribers. I platformed him way more than he platformed me. I introduced him to a lot more people or set up a lot more shit for him than he set up for me. Again, none of that really matters. I don't really care about any of that stuff. At the time, we were friends. So I'm happy to do it. But I just don't like this narrative that, oh, he did all this stuff for me. What did he do for me? Like, he introduced me to 2 people, maybe. He gave me my channel to give me good content. Sure. He got to capitalize on that himself. I mean, yeah, just like either he's just delusional here or he's just trying to create a false narrative.
And I don't mind doing that, especially people who were coming up with me at the same time.
I like this comment. I'm not going to talk shit about him. He says that as he actively does an entire stream talking shit about Alex.
But once it gets to the crab in the bucket, or these people want to start doing this kind of shit to me, like, fuck that. Raging Patriot for $2 says $2 for matches to light that big cigar on your vacation. Appreciate that very much. Hang on. More coming in on the
There's another one. All Alex wanted this egomaniac to do was answer a fucking question.
Aside, $50 goes.
All Alex wanted this egomaniac to do is answer a fucking question. Again, the question was, what is a thing you can give me that I can disagree with you on? That was the question.
Again, Tom, with all due respect, Tom was wrong about this. It wasn't, what can you give me that I disagree with? Maybe that's what he read it as, but it was, what are the red pill descriptors? What do you think when you say the red pill is a series of descriptors about nature, what are some of these descriptors? That's all I want him to give me. Not things I disagree with, but just red pill descriptors. Some of them I'll agree with, some of them I'll disagree with, and we can, talk about the ones I disagree with. But I just want him to give me some descriptors about red pill, which is what he's claiming. It's a series of descriptors about nature.
Like, that was the question. What is a thing you can give me? Alex is a small creator. No, Smashly was. Alex didn't stream it or use it for his content at all. It was.
Yeah. Also, that's a good point. I didn't put this on my channel. I didn't directly benefit from this in any way. I wasn't trying to. I was just happy to go on Ashley's channel and just do something nice and have a good discussion with people who I'm friends with, or at least thought I was friends with. Well, I'm still friends with Ashley and Sarah and Sergio. But yeah, so there's no like benefit in this for me financially or in any way. I felt like it was a massive waste of my time. I really did want to discuss the red pill and just get into like all the tenets, kind of like I did on the Valuetainment podcast. Like that 2 hours on Valuetainment was so much more productive and so much more fun than 4 hours of whatever the fuck happened here.
It was on Smashly's channel. But yeah, so when you say just answer a question, like I think that the question is not, or it's not as simple as you're making it out to sound.
I think we got maybe another 30 minutes and then we'll do the open panel Q&A.
From Anonymous, who says, please don't let it get to you. It can be hard to see when in the mix of things, but they're not capable of seeing truth, even when it hits them in the face. I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm just going to address it, and then that's going to be it. You know what I mean? $20 comes in from Eponymous, who doesn't say anything, just wants to show support for the stream. At the end of the stream, I'll add all the donos onto the bar, too. The raking ad for $5 says, are you going to stop being so charitable after this? No. There's still lots and lots of great content creators who I enjoy working with. I want to help.
What a nice guy.
I didn't realize.
Where's this narrative coming along that Andrew's so charitable? You can maybe claim that he's charitable offline. I do think before this, he was always good to me offline.
That,
and I was good to him. It was a two-way street. But online, like when he's doing debates, he's not charitable. He calls it blood sports. That's literally what he calls it. It's blood sports. Does that seem like it's synonymous with being charitable? Blood sports?
Be a thing that people would want to burn a bridge over, especially when, like, I just can't even imagine how much I've helped these people out. And in exchange for that, all they did was shit on me. Are you done with PWF? Yeah. Yep, that's the end of that. I'm not going to make any hit pieces on the guy. I'm not going to talk any smack about him. I'm not going to do any of that. But, I used to enjoy going on his panels. I was happy to do so, but yeah, I didn't realize that, losing a debate would make a guy this fucking irate.
And then plus out of the fact he didn't know them, he could use Google them though. Is because if he gives us a 10 and
Here we have more gaslighting that I'm like irate as he's doing a 2-hour drama stream about something that told him during the actual debate. Okay.
and we can pin him down on something, right? And then we have something
Well,
specific.
exactly.
Right. So then he's like, well, give me 10 minutes. And then I remember what I called this earlier. As soon as I gave him a 10, he would say, oh, well, it's just like what a content creator says. That's not what red pill 10 is.
Yeah, I'm sorry you have to make the distinction between the two. That's your burden.
Okay, what's a red pill 10? I don't have to tell you.
I don't. The burden's on you.
As you can see, all this shit talking is literally us discussing the debate, which is exactly what I did during the actual debate.
You tell me. Well, I just told you one. No, that's what the content creator said. Okay,
I've always been nice to Alex. Always.
Yes, with the way that he's treating Alex here, yes, I think this is bad faith. I don't necessarily, like, I have my full coverage, so if there's anything I thought was bad faith in the debate, I mentioned it while I was reviewing it. But the things that Alex is bringing up, I just explained why I disagree with that. And but I do think that, like, the way that Andrew's responding to them here is pretty bad faith, because a lot of the stuff that he's saying is just not really a response to them in any way.
Always, even when people try to shit all over him, I never join in the bandwagon.
separate something that content creators say from
Really? Andrew has never shit talked me. Okay. Yeah. Well, why don't you bring those streams back up so people can actually look at it themselves?
St. Alvin sends in £5 and says, for a good old-fashioned English holiday. Appreciate that
you
very
want me
much. Very much, St. Alvin.
for you. So he set up an impossible standard where there's no way.
Yeah, the impossible standard was that you would have to make an argument for why this was actually bad, and clarify your terms for why it was bad, and we can have a debate.
He did, but no, you're right. He did, but on top of that, he kept saying, "Well, that's just what a red pill content creator said." But again, that was the fucking debate prompt.
Yeah, but even so, you would still have to make the distinguishment between the two. What red pill is versus what a red pill debate creator says. But I damn sure am not going to try to.
So actually, I did that. So my argument was that the red pill and the red pill content creators are intertwined. You cannot completely separate those two. They're completely intertwined, right? Like, can you separate pickup artists from the pickup community completely? Can you just completely remove those? No. Of course, they're kind of like this type of thing, where the circle is mixed in together. That was my argument. His argument was different. His argument was they're not intertwined at all. They have no relation on each other. So what I was trying to do is enter his worldview, right? It's called internal critique, and be like, okay, well, in your mind, what do you think separates something content creator says from actual red pill tenant, right? That's not my belief. I was just trying to enter his worldview and give him internal critique, right? And he just wouldn't engage. So again, this is what he's saying here is not true.
To defend or attack these different people in the sphere who I'm about to go debate. And why would you want to put me in a position where I had to?
Yeah, that's just
something
not.
my buddy does.
That's not what happened.
Something Pal does. No.
That is
$5
not what
from
happened.
NSX who says these degens clearly have no idea what the red pill is. They only have a very surface level thing said by the creators. Shows how lazy they are researching info before forming opinion. Typical lefties. Yeah, this is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, more playing victim.
Specifically content creators, which you can see in your DMs right
Yeah,
now.
I see it now, yeah.
Social media, because that's not my style.
I wish you should. I wish I saw that. I wish I knew about that because I know you. But I was like maybe so
Well, I
low.
told you, that I told him.
I've been in a tough spot the past few days with communists in my uni. Your content helped me keep my faith. Marxists are sadly winning here in Greece. I understand, Captain Manager. I get it. But keep the fight going. We need everybody in the trench. Everybody in the trench. It's always going to seem like you're on the losing end of this battle. That's how it goes, man. That's literally how it goes. ET sends in $10 and says, Ashley quoted Iron Rule of Tomasi 3 as a red pill tenet, while falsely claiming its premise is in regards to sex when it's actually in regards to display of genuine desire and interest. Yeah, but I mean, again, regardless of that, this is way overboard. You know what I mean? Way overboard in response, especially if they were that bothered by like this little clip or whatever that they're up.
What is more overboard? What I said here on Greg's channel when I'm discussing the debate, or what Andrew did here, where he's just straight up lying about me, calling me backstabber, saying that I wanted him to, I guess, go after red pill content creators. Which one of those seems more over the top here? Like, so far, all he's played is us just having a discussion about a debate, which again, I'll just keep saying this, is exactly what I told him during the actual stream.
Said about, they could just reached out and would just take it down. They would just taken it down. Matt Belcher for $10 says you're S tier in YouTube entertainment, period. How are you and the fam doing with all the personal attacks? I don't even fucking worry about them, dude. Let people create lore about me. Let the entire internet talk about me. Let the entire internet discuss me. Let them launch me off into the fucking ethos. They'll be creating lore about me with millions of dollars in my pocket. Me and my wife ride off on a white horse. Fuck them. $10 or 10 gifted subs comes in from Testing Tolerance. I really appreciate that very much. Very kind of you. Very kind of you.
It was about the creators.
No,
I didn't know that he would actually deny it. I didn't
And Lord for $5 says, I'm sorry to hear the news, but I'm not surprised considering he's a degen. Degens are close to sliding into evil.
know he would deny
Yeah,
it.
for sure. No, you're right. I would never.
I thought that was ridiculous. I just honestly did not know. I couldn't even.
All Alex had to say was please, and he would have made his argument for him. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm just not going to engage in Andrew's fucking creepy games. Like, say please, say please. This is the shit I do to girls when I'm trying to fuck them and they're on the bed and then like they're like asking to get fucked. I'm like, say please, right? I'm not going to fucking engage in that weird fucking roleplay with Andrew. Say please for him to answer a question. He kept reframing it as like, oh, you want me to make your argument for you? No, I just want you to answer a question, a fair question that anyone else would answer. But yeah, I'm no fucking way am I going to do that. It's just fucking weird and creepy, honestly. Say please, say
That's
please.
Right. Was that an optical debate tactic too on my part? Of course it was. Of course it was. But if he had said please, I would have given him a great argument. But, you know, pride. Right?
It's so funny. He's like, yeah, if I knew it was about rental conquerors, I wouldn't have even come. Meanwhile, he's like,
If I had known that it was going to be you trying to set up people who I sometimes go on their shows and work with within the space, that the whole thing was
It's just
supposed to
not
be
what
to get me
happened.
shit all over these people.
Okay.
Yeah, of course I wouldn't have come. Any more than I go on their shows to do that shit.
Yeah, he's just making things up right now.
Yeah, if he's just gonna keep repeating this, that's weird. I don't agree with this. Okay.
Thumbnail for once.
Yeah. So the cat votes.
So this is like the third episode that H3's done on.
Okay, I guess that's all we have. Unfortunately, we can't react to the original thing because Andrew midstream decided to take it down. It's super fucking weird that he doesn't want me to actually address the claims that he's making. He's done this before. Didn't really think he was going to do this today. But yeah, to kind of wrap things up. So yeah, I mean, look, it's a fucking shame because I don't bear Andrew any ill will. I had no idea he was going to lose his shit over me making comments. Like literally, during that thing that he played, did you see any personal attacks or anything that was out of pocket? It was us discussing a debate, which are all things that I told him. Part of them I told him privately, that he sent a text message, and most of it, which I told him publicly during the initial debate. There was nothing there that I didn't say during the actual debate. So for him to like virtue signal and pretend like, oh my God, Alex is backstabbing me. No, dude, like I literally am just going over the debate with someone else who was there. There's nothing there that was out of pocket. And then again, I just don't buy this narrative that he was so hurt. He was so upset by it because otherwise he would have just texted me, called me. We would have had a discussion about it. He would have asked me to take the stream down. He would have asked me to explain it. No, his initial reaction was to do 12 hours later to do a drama stream. Like that's not really something that someone who's upset does. Again, like I'm good friends with Ashley. If Ashley said something about me when I wasn't there on the podcast, my initial reaction would be, oh, let me do a 2-hour stream about Ashley. My initial reaction would be to reach out to her. I think that's how most people handle things. And Andrew's a man, so I kind of expected him to handle it like a man, even though I didn't think that anything I said was out of pocket at all. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, again, I'm not gonna go into like personal shit with Andrew. Again, it's just not something I want to get into. But this one thing I will bring up because I feel like it's relevant. This I kind of forgot about this incident, but someone reminded me of this. I'm not going to say who, but someone reminded me of this. So Andrew actually tried to do this fucking weird shit where he tried to put me against Not So Erudite. So here's the backstory. So this was, I think, around maybe about 4 months ago. And so he told me, he's like, hey, I talked to the whatever guys. I found out who's been talking shit about you. I'm like, okay, who? He's like, it's Not So Erudite. And I was like, what? That makes no sense. We're friends. He's like, yeah, it's her. I was like, well, do you have any proof for that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, can I see the proof? And he was like kind of playing hide the ball. He's like, oh, let me try it again. I was like, well, what's the proof? I need to see the proof before I confront her. And he's like, oh, Ashley sent me a screenshot. And I was like, what? Like, that makes no sense. Ashley at this point was cool, Not So Erudite. So I reached out to Ashley and I was like, hey, did you send Andrew a screenshot about Not So Erudite? She's like, no, never happened. So Andrew does this weird shit where he just seems to like make shit up, and I guess to try to like put people against each other. I don't know if, again, I'm not going to try to speculate on his motivation, although I have a few theories. But yeah, this is not super out of character. I just kind of dismissed it. I just thought when the whole Not So Erudite thing happened, I just thought it was a misunderstanding. But now that I think back to it, it was just like him trying to turn me against someone who he didn't like. Now, again, back to the shit talking. What did I say? I criticized the debate, which is exactly what I did at the time. Did I personally attack him? Did I go in on his family or anything even remotely similar to that? No. And at the same time, he's saying that I was shit talking when he has literally a show called Monday Shit Talking Extravaganza, where I was the subject of one of the episodes. Again, he cowardly takes all these streams down. So it's not like I would love to show you guys clip after clip, but he just takes all this shit down. Like you literally saw this during the stream today when I was trying to react to what he said, and he took the stream down or maybe whatever. And I knew what he was going to do. If I paid for the 15 version, he was just going to take it down anyway and be like, hey, I have your money. He's also said other things to me, like, why should I respect your girlfriend, right? Okay, whatever, not a big deal. He's called me a liar before, and then afterwards apologized over text. That was during the Lake Count debate about half a year ago. And just also, if you look at that debate, he was just like reading super chats, which are just personal insults towards me and giggling about, which again, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. But to think that I'm the one that made this personal or went after him in an inappropriate matter, like literally, it's not even close. Like you're straight up reading super chats and giggling about it that are like personal insults towards me. And all I'm doing is criticizing the debate and exactly the same criticism they gave towards you. So yeah, I don't buy this whole victim narrative. I just don't. I think Andrew is just never going to come on and actually even be willing to debate about it. But again, I think that it's just BS. Like, I don't know why he's doing this. It's fucking weird. But yeah, I mean, I think, the proof is in the pudding, so as to speak. But yeah, I'd be happy to answer any questions or anything you guys have, open up the panel. But yeah, I mean, again, this is just the whole idea, like the claim that, oh, they just brought me on to talk shit about blah, blah, blah. Even Tom was like, dude, that never happened. You're just making this up. But yeah, also it's just ironic, the guy that like accuses me of shit talking, but then at the same time, he shit talks me before and after the debate and has a whole thing called Monday Shit Talking Extravaganza. I don't know. I can't make this up. All right, I'm going to drop the link. There it is. Let's bring Ashley on. Hello.
Hey, what up?
Yeah,
this kind of took a strange turn, I thought.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
The one part I didn't expect him to fucking take down the stream as I'm reacting to his criticism.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to clarify, like, so I actually reached out to Andrew first and I asked him, I said, hey, I need help. I'm looking for a content creator that's in line with the red pill that would be willing to take a stance against, and I sent you the DM so you could read it. And he was like, "Oh, I'd be willing to do it, but I can't do it, blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Oh, you'd be willing to? That'd be awesome." I said, "I can reschedule it if you would." And then he said, "Yeah, what's the debate prompt?" And then I said, that's the text I sent that everybody has seen, that I said, the debate prompt itself is, do red pill content creators do more harm than good? And he acknowledged understanding that. And so that was kind of why I was like a little bit perturbed. Like, what do you mean? Like, this isn't about red pill ideology. We're talking about these red pill content creators. So I don't know. That part, I was just like, I don't know how I could have made it more clear. And people are saying I changed the description of the debate afterwards, but it was that way from day one. I never edited it again.
Yeah, I mean, like I gave it during the actual debate because I wasn't involved in the coordination. I just gave him the benefit of the doubt and just assumed it was a misunderstanding. But when I saw that screenshot, I'm like, yeah, it's not a misunderstanding. He's purposely.
There was you can't misunderstand that.
Yeah,
it was very clear.
Crystal clear.
And the same prompt was sent to everybody involved. And anyways, and again, I just kind of, like Tom even pointed out in his thing when I said, look, the debate prompt is in your DMs, Andrew, and you could see that he went in and read it and then just chose to kind of ignore it from there. And I said, okay, I just chose to move on from it then. Like, that's that.
By the way, let me kind of answer this. Have you tried reaching out to Andrew, sorted this out, or is it bird burn? Actually, yes. Before setting up the stream, my initial reaction was to reach out to him and talk to him, but that he was just kind of like spurging out, and like he wasn't really he like I was trying to kind of gauge him and engage with him, and he just wasn't willing to do that. He was saying things like, "Yo, man, I'm done with this. I'm done with you. Wish you the best, but go fuck yourself." Like, it's just, I'm not gonna like fucking unless like it's in dispute, I'm not gonna like fucking show the text. But he was just like,
there were also though periods during that interaction though that Andrew like conveniently just either ignored or glossed over, where I even said many times though, like, hey, I respect it. It's what he does for a living and blah blah blah. And like, I even actually said, like, I don't have any ill will towards him. I wish he would have interacted with the actual debate prompt, but
yeah, of course. But he's going to skip those parts to paint the narrative that he's such a victim and that we're such shit talkers. Can you also really comment? Can you really comment on the not so erudite thing?
Oh yeah. So I just remember you reached out to me and you were genuinely so like in fact, I talked to Sarah Michelle about it later and I was like, dude, if I was Alex, I would have been pissed. But you were, in my opinion, willing to just kind of be like, oh, I guess maybe it's a misunderstanding. But I remember you reached out to me one night and it was so out of left field to me because you were like, hey, so apparently like Andrew said he's got DMs between you and him, or you told him that Erudite was like talking mad shit about me, and that apparently that's who's been doing it to the whatever podcast guys. And I was just blown away. I was like, wait, what? Like, what? That literally never happened. And I even went back and read every DM I could find, like, to make sure there wasn't something that could have been misunderstood. And the only DMs I have were about Erudite was like Andrew and Erudite were having a feud, right? And I will say this, between Erudite and Andrew, both of them were like having a feud with each other, and both of them had talked about DMs about each other, but never anything about you and never anything about me. And I never shared any DMs between Andrew and Erudite, period. Like, I never shared anybody's DMs with anybody. And Alex, like, even in this scenario, like, I was reluctant even to share the DM of Andrew agreeing to the debate prompt, because Alex can vouch for me here that I don't share DMs, period. I don't believe in it. I don't share them online. I don't do that. And like, I know people will be like, whatever, but Alex knows, because we've had this conversation before. Like, I mean, truly, that's something that's like against my beliefs, I guess, really. The only reason.
No, for sure. For sure.
So it was just really crazy to hear that he said that I had DMs about Erudite and their feud, because I didn't. And I never even had a conversation with Andrew about Erudite talking shit about you, Alex. So that was, I don't know. I thought, to me at the time, it sounded like a lie, but you said maybe it was a misunderstanding, and I didn't see the original conversation between you and Andrew. So I just went with it as a misunderstanding and moved on.
Yeah. I mean, again, at the time I kind of dismissed it as just a miscommunication, misunderstanding, but he tried to put me against Not So Erudite because he doesn't like her, which, again, you don't like her, that's fine, but like, that's a shitty move to try to like make up lies to put me against her. Again, I kind of dismissed it at the time, but Andrew said on stream that you and Ashley were mad that he got to go on whatever, and Pro Champ pissed you guys off. Not at all. I wish him nothing but the best of success. I've said that publicly, privately. I've had Pearl on my channel. I've done collabs with her on what's it called, Valuetainment. Yeah, I have no jealousy or will towards anyone. I'm friends with Destiny. Destiny is like one of the most popular people ever right now. He's doing collabs with anybody and everybody. I only wish him the best. I want people who I'm associated with, my friends, to do well. First of all, from a pragmatic perspective, it benefits me. I have like 15 streams with Andrew, right? If he starts blowing up, that means by default my streams will start getting more views. But that's just the pragmatic perspective. From a different perspective, it's like, yeah, I want my friends to do well. So he's just making this up. Like, it's
part of that I think,
like, you're just jealous arguments. Like, okay, yeah.
Part of that I think, so it comes in again with X or Twitter, right? Like I've and again, I've been doing this for the last like 3 months probably. I've been calling Andrew out on X for like basically getting in the middle of the TradCon versus Red Pill argument, and I've been telling Andrew, like, I think, Andrew, that your recent collaborations with Rollo Tomasi and all these Red Pill guys, right, that maybe you're just saying this because it suits your agenda to be in with them, because he's trying to connect Christianity and then these Red Pill guys. So that was just my argument with him on X about it. But I'm not jealous or mad about it. I just think
it's just a stupid, like, fucking fresh and fit, like, type of argument. You're just jealous. Let's bring Grace on. She's been waiting patiently backstage. Hello.
Hi, Alex. Can you hear me
Grace?
okay?
Yes.
Alex, do you see the screen that I've shared in the back room?
I see it. I can add it. There's nothing super personal there, right?
Oh, no. I've been making this diagram for like an hour, and I really want you to I really want you to see it. Okay, can you hide the chat?
Sure.
Okay, let me try to explain this to you, okay? Andrew's point, his technical point against you, which is that you had to make a claim and defend it, it's completely against the theory of debate, okay? Let me work this out for you, okay? Debate is two people arguing over a proposition. They take opposing sides, right? You see that on the top? That's how normally debate goes. So the proposition could be the red pill is harmful to society, right? And then you take the affirmative, yes, and he takes the negative, no. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Alex, pay attention!
I am. No, this is the argument I made earlier on, but yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, so that proposition could also be completely flipped on its head, and you could argue the proposition could be the red pill is not harmful to society. Okay, I know that's not exactly what you guys were debating, but it's close enough. It's just an example. And the affirmative position would be Andrew. The negative position would be you, Alex. Do you understand so far?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so Andrew Wilson's theory of debate seems to be, from what he said on the debate, that you taking the affirmative to the proposition the red pill is harmful to society, you have to say red pill is this, I have to define it, and I have to prove it is harmful through evidence. And then on his side, what he sees as the negative position on a debate is, I don't know what red pill is, you have to define it to my satisfaction, and I can say I disagree or dislike your definition at any point. You also have to prove to me that it is harmful, and if you don't prove to me personally that it is harmful, I win. Do you get how that is? That is completely not what debate is about.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's exactly what I was saying. He confuses the neutral agnostic position with the no position. Like he tried to weasel during the debate and make it seem like, well, I don't know. I'm taking the neutral agnostic position. No, you weren't. You were taking the negative position. So there's some level of burden of proof that's on you. If you and I are having a debate about like pickup artistry and you're like, pickup artistry is bad, I'm like, no, it's not bad, right?
Well, actually, neither of you have the burden of proof. Let me explain this. This is in my next.
It's twofold. Yeah,
this is my next slide.
There's no burden of proof. It's equal. We both have to provide some level of proof.
Well, when he was talking to you, he kept mixing these two kinds of things up. And actually, he kept saying affirmative claim and positive position. Okay, a positive claim is something like you stole my phone. Okay, it has to be backed up with evidence, and someone disproving this claim can only respond to the evidence provided by the person making the positive claim. So like this is the most obvious example is in a courtroom, right? Somebody says the prosecutor says this man committed this crime, and all the defense is doing is responding to the evidence that the prosecutor gives them, like gives as evidence. All they have to do is say you didn't prove it enough. That's what their position is. In a debate, you are just taking two opposing positions to a proposition. So like promiscuity is morally neutral. That's backed up with arguments and logic. You can use evidence, but it's not necessary. And the opposition is holding the opposite point of view. There's no burden of proof on either side. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, we both need to engage, though. We can't. One of us can't be like, convince me. I don't know. It's not like I understand your analogy. It's not like a courtroom where it's more of like a civil suit, not a criminal suit, right? It's not like a criminal suit where you have to prove beyond the shadow of doubt, and the other person is just taking the position innocent until proven guilty. The civil suit analogy actually doesn't really work that well, but yeah,
not civil suit, but the criminal. The positive claim is like it's like a criminal court. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, Alex, if why wouldn't you just, if you believe Andrew's, like his technical point in this debate, why wouldn't you just take the negative position in every debate? Because according to him, taking the negative position is just saying, well, I don't know what the topic is about. You have to define it to my satisfaction. And then you also have to prove your point. And I can just veto that at any point. And I win because you didn't prove it to the extent that I need you to. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but also, why would you, even if you did think the prompt was, is red pill good or bad, and you're taking the side that it's good, and why would you even take that side if by your own admission you have no fucking idea what it even is?
Right, that's another point. But he's saying, well, no, I don't need to know what the actual thing we're debating about is, because that's up to you, because you're making a positive claim. No. Nobody's making a claim. There is a proposition that's neutral, and both sides are taking opposing views. So he should be just as able to argue that the red pill is not harmful to society. Do you understand?
No, you're correct. That's actually a good explanation. That's actually a really solid explanation. Yes, I agree with you completely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, and I just want to show you one other thing, okay? This is just funny to me. Andrew, in the debate, he said, well, if I have to give an off-the-cuff definition of red pill, he said it is trying to use evolutionary psychology to give descriptors to ontological behavior between human beings. That's his exact quote. You can go back to the debate. I watched it. I got the quote. Now, a descriptor, he's using all these fancy big boy words, right? Because he's a big, strong man. A descriptor is a word or expression used to describe or identify something. Pretty common sense, but it sounds fancy. Descriptor.
Yeah,
and ontological means the philosophical study of the nature of being, becoming, existence, or reality. So if you decode from the fancy words he's using that he doesn't really know what they mean, his definition of red pill, this is Andrew Wilson's definition of the red pill, trying to use evolutionary psychology to give words or expressions to describe or identify something about behavior related to the nature of existence between human beings. How is this guy winning in the debate space? That is an absolutely ludicrous. That could almost be given to anything. That definition.
That's what I was about to say. The definition was incredibly non-descriptive.
I mean, you could almost give that to any sort of philosophy or anything having to do with people. Like basically anything in the modern day could be described with this definition. How is this guy winning in the debate space? He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what positive and negative positions are. And he just uses fancy words and bullies people and treats them like shit. And he's winning?
I think
how has nobody seen this? I mean, it was totally. It's just like I was in the debate club. I was the captain of my debate club. Okay, I know I'm a girl, but I can see it. It's totally ludicrous. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I think he's had some good debates. I just think that some debates.
I think he knows what he's doing. Yeah. I think he's doing it on purpose though, because he doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just not. Because I've never seen him do this, at least not with me. It's just I think he doesn't really know jack shit about the. It's one of two things. Either he's worried about, oh my god, if I say something, I disagree with about the red pill, these other guys, whatever, will see it, and that will whatever, maybe they'll get upset. Which again, my intention was never to. We were never going to talk about the content creators.
No.
Or I mean, sorry, we're never gonna like bam out the content creators. We're gonna talk about their beliefs, right? Or
Specifically, just the beliefs or the
Yeah.
doctrines that they are sitting here prescribing to society. Yeah.
Also, he's saying, I'm going to go and debate Rollo. Well, you're going to have to talk about what he says if you're going to debate him. And then, furthermore,
no, he's
what I
debating Myron. He's like
Oh,
on
Myron,
Rollo's team. Yeah.
Same shit. But anyway, the other point is what I think it's more likely is that he just doesn't really know much what the red pill is about. And he didn't want to just like take the optical L and be like, hey, dude, I literally don't know much about the red pill. Can you tell me what it is? So he just wanted to basically obstruct the debate and then just claim a W. I don't know.
Well, the concept that you would show up for a debate, I mean, the thing is, like, I don't think Andrew has ever, I don't know if he's ever taken a philosophy class, if he was in debate club in high school, in college, if he's ever like learned about it at all. I don't think he understands the basic theory. He thinks like he's in a courtroom and the person making taking the positive position on a neutral topic somehow has to prove to his satisfaction that that topic is true. That is not the point.
Well, this is why I disagree. I think he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it on purpose. But I mean, I guess it's possible.
But
The
why would
thing
you do
is
that on
I wouldn't
purpose?
even I wouldn't even
That
care
doesn't
so
even
much
hold
about.
up. It
I
doesn't
wouldn't even
hold
care
up
so much.
as a debate tactic. It just
Hold on
doesn't
one
hold
second.
up.
Did they watch
wouldn't even
Andrew's
care so
entire
much.
reaction stream? No, we couldn't because Andrew purposely took that stream down as I was reacting to it because he did not want me to react to it. So
I think the whole point, like, I
because
wouldn't
of
even care
Andrew, I
so
could
much
now
about the way
react
the debate went. If it just like him acting like the things we said were such a shock. It was like, dude, we said this to you during the debate. Like to paint the optic that we're sitting here talking shit. And it was like we were going over the debate and we said the same things we said to you during the debate. In fact, I told Alex earlier, I was like, dude, I was more mean to his face than I was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Or like
No,
on
it's
another channel.
Ashley, it's not confusing what he's doing. It's not confusing. He's obviously stomping on the heads of smaller creators because he's becoming buddies with red pill creators, and that's obviously what's going on.
I kind of feel like that. Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between how he engages when he's on like when he's like talking to Rollo and he's like it's like a buddy type of thing versus
Yeah, wait, Alex, that's another point I wanted to make. Alex, you keep the same energy. Okay, I'm not fluffing here. You keep the same energy. You told Andrew, I didn't like the way you acted in that debate. I'm not going to debate you again if you act like that. It was crazy. You told him that privately. You also talked about it publicly. I want to see Andrew keep that same energy towards you, calling you a midwit, retard, dipshit. I want to see him keep that same energy towards Rollo, towards Myron, towards the Brian guy and whatever. I want to see him. I want to see it. I want to see it because he won't. He'll suck their dick all day.
That's true.
I want to see him keep that energy. He thinks he's a big fucking man, just being a nasty asshole on a stream. There's no need for it. You guys didn't respond in kind. You didn't call him names.
He does respect when I've seen him on panels with those guys. He definitely has more respect, especially when they tell him like, well, hold on, we need to blah, blah. He actually does sit and listen and allows them to speak. Yeah. And he doesn't have that same energy.
He just brushes it off like, oh no, dude, I'm like this in all debates. No, you're not. I've seen you on other stuff.
I'll agree on that.
Act like that towards a guy who's got a lot of clout, not towards an OnlyFans whore. Okay, we all get it. They're not good at debate, Andrew. You're not a big man for beating a woman who spreads her pussy on OnlyFans at a debate. Okay, you're not a big shot for doing that. Or a smaller creator. Let's see you give that same energy to Rollo. Let's see it. Let's see it, buddy. Let's see it. Because you're not going to, you pussy.
Anyway, that aside, all of that aside, which I do think there's a valid point to what you're making, but that aside, what is if any of the Andrew fans or whatever Andrew sympathizers can say one thing that I said during that Greg stream that was out of pocket that I did not say during the initial debate. Literally, it was a discussion of the debate with everything I said to him initially. There was nothing there that was like behind the back. Behind the back, you know what would be behind the back is if I started going in on the wife thing, right? If I started going in on all the other stuff that's going around, right?
Alex, you giving your opinion on a debate you had publicly is not backstabbing. That's not even close to backstabbing.
Yeah, that's what blew my mind. That's like why the whole thing caught me off guard. It's like Alex burned the bridge. Like, motherfucker, you burned the bridge. Like,
well, it wasn't even the opinion of the debate. It wasn't like we were saying anything we didn't say during the debate or after the debate. Even in my closing statement, I was way more harsh with my words than I was.
Me too.
But Ashley, you're perfectly welcome to say something about his behavior in the debate or your opinion of it on a public stream or even privately. That is not backstabbing.
Yeah, no,
That's not even
I
close
don't
to
think it is
backstabbing.
either. Yeah,
Then
no.
nobody can give an opinion about
Backstabbing would be if
then nobody can give.
Backstabbing would be if I chose to release a bunch of DMs that painted him in a bad light or something like that, which I would never do, and I'm not going to. But that would be backstabbing.
Do you not see the irony of him saying, "I think you should never ever collaborate with a female creator ever," when he's married to a female content creator? Do you guys not see the irony? Well, my wife is the exception. Oh, your wife is the only exception. That's real convenient. That's what a coincidence. Your wife is the only exception to the female content creator. You're literally married to her.
Yeah,
I don't even care if people want to collaborate with me anymore, to be honest.
Well,
Like,
there's many
it's just funny
hypocrisies.
to me.
Andrew has many hypocrisies. I'm not going to get into all of them, but let's bring on, I guess, some of the other people waiting. But I very much enjoyed that that presentation. I think you actually made a really good point about it, and kind of
thank you.
That's what I was
Strong
thinking.
word.
But you explained it in a way that I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of how I want to award it. Let's bring on you guys can all sit down. Let's bring on this guy, I guess, Corinth. What's up?
Okay. So one of the first things, the reason it works there is because it's called The Argument Gets Dropped. Grace, having done debate, should know this. This is why it works. If
The
you
reason
don't
what
contend-
works where? What do you mean?
when you're talking about the argument on how he was using ontological and descriptor and how it was going to be really reductive, and it's going to be just talking over itself in big words. The reason that works and why it counts as winning is because that got dropped in the debate. That didn't get contended with, so it gets assumed to the audience, who are, quote, the judges here, as truth.
I'm still not sure what you're talking about.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's expected given that you're bloviating about having been the captain of your debate coach and yet club, and you still don't know anything about formal and team debates.
Well, first of all, this wasn't the formal
How is giving a definition of a word in the argument then dropping the argument? What are you
because when it's not contended with, it gets
well, just explain, just generally
that
explain
has
what you're
nothing to
talking
wait that has nothing to do with that has nothing. So if his definition is not contended with, that has nothing to do with whether his definition was ridiculous.
You're right. You're asking how it worked. I'm not saying his definition is ridiculous or not. The reason it counts as a win is because it gets dropped in the eyes of the audience when it's not contended with.
What,
but I wasn't.
What gets dropped? Just clarify.
I was just. There's a bunch of things that Grace's entire quote presentation was that's just completely wrong. It only works because there's absolutely no contradiction. So
you're not actually proving. You're not proving that anything I said was wrong. You're just saying he made he gave a definition that then the audience lost track of, and the argument was dropped. So he got a win from that.
The audience didn't lose track of it.
Wrong.
The audience doesn't lose track of it. Okay, we can talk this through. You did formal debate. You should know this. What happens if the first?
It was formal.
Yeah, you were the captain of your debate team. You said. That's formal debate.
High school debate. Yeah, it was formal.
That's formal debate. That's what formal debate.
Okay, dude, we get it. Okay, maybe jerk off and come back when you're a little more calm. Okay, buddy.
I'm perfectly calm here, buddy. You need to turn your gain down if you want to keep talking like this. Okay.
I don't know if my gain is high, I can turn it down. I don't know.
I can hear the shrillness in fucking a town.
Well, that's Alex's problem. He should have told me to turn it down.
It's okay. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, buddy.
Anyway, so wait, Corinth, can you get to like the point that you're trying to make?
So
it's like petty.
First of all,
back and forth.
Maybe Alex, you don't know the context of this, but Ashley completely lied about everything around the setup of the debate.
About what?
Andrew agreed to a debate on being for the red pill, arguing someone for the red pill. The title of the debate is "No Pill versus Red Pill. Is the red pill harmful?" The description starts with Ashley XOXO and Alex from PWF team up against Andrew Wilson from The Crucible and Sergio from Purple Pill Podcast to debate the pros and cons of the red pill. So if we're saying that,
and what did it say right after that? Don't leave it.
You're right. I agree. There's another sentence after that says it. So if we're saying,
and read it,
Ashley, it says, "Do red pill content creators do more harm than good?" I agree. I'm not saying
and
that.
What did my
not,
DM with
Ashley,
Andrew say? What did the debate prompt say?
I'll read you your DM with Andrew. I'm needing one more panelist for an upcoming debate this Thursday on the red pill. I need someone who will team up with one other individual and argue for the red pill against myself and Alex from PWF.
And continue reading. Continue reading.
Do you have any context that might be interested? The red pill side currently has Sergio from Purple Pill Podcast. Ashley, I agree. There's also the debate, the screenshot you sent Alex later. I'm not.
No,
contending
read
that
it all
that'll-
together. Read it all
Ashley.
together.
Yeah,
Ashley,
you
I
got-
don't-
you gotta
Read
go
it all
through the-
together.
You gotta go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Can I create the point? I don't have
No,
to.
can you
literally
read the
every
whole
point.
thing and then create a point?
Sure. Do you want me to
Thank
read
you.
every fucking word on your DMs? I have
It's
the
not
fucking
that
original-
much. If you go to the
Sure,
next
I'm
slide, it says it.
I'm gonna skip to the end of it. Do the red pill content creators do more harm than good? Is the prompt essentially? There you go.
So
we have that.
And
we
then
have
what
that
does he
message-
say?
We have that message too. Ashley, we agree.
What? Read what
Hang on,
he
I think-
says. You can't pick
He
and
said-
choose. This
He
is
says,
what-
who's our opponents? Me and
I
Alex
think-
from PWF.
Wait, hang on. I think here's the issue, right? So I do understand the point you're trying to make, but this is why I think you're incorrect. So initially, when Ashley messaged Andrew or whoever the fuck kicked off this interaction, she gave him a general idea what the debate was about. It was about the red pill. But
because
then,
I was looking for someone.
Yeah,
and
right,
I thought
but
Andrew
then-
would know because of his red pill
but
collaboration.
then when he asked for the prompt, right, which is the specifics, she gave him the specific prompt later on, which was our red pill
Yes.
content is doing more harm than good. So initially, when he was like, "Hey, what's this debate about?" She said the red pill, right? But then later on, when he asked for the prompt, she clarified what the prompt is, which kind of overrides her first message, right?
Because I was,
I
but
can-
genuinely
I can-
too,
Here's the thing.
I was looking for someone who was red pill oriented to have this debate. I didn't ask Andrew to do it. I
Here's-
asked him if
here's-
he knew someone
Here's
because of
the-
his recent
Here's
collapse.
the prior message. Good question. Hit me later in the week. I'll pin down a date. There was no ask for a prompt specifically. All the context around this is all reading.
No, I
around-
gave him the prompt, and
yeah,
he agreed
Ashley,
to do it.
I read the prompt. We know you gave him a.
All right, I'm not going to argue over some. This is stupid.
We agree.
You're literally saying I lied
You're
when I
below
said
getting
here's
red.
the
You're not
debate
letting
prompt.
me make my point, Ashley. I'm not saying you lied.
You did. You
That's
popped
not
on
my
here and said
argument.
Ashley is a liar.
That's not my argument. Yeah, you lied about what you said earlier. I agree. You
Okay,
did
so
say
did
something
you
that's
call
not
her a
correct.
liar or not? Did you call her a liar or not?
Yeah,
No,
he
you
did.
just said you
That's
didn't.
not a
You just
problem.
said you didn't.
Can
You just said
I
you
answer?
didn't.
Can I answer? Do you want me to answer this,
Oh,
Grace?
I look like
Grace, do you want me to
Andrew.
answer this?
Looks like Andrew
Wait,
is
guys,
a washer, so
let's-
this
wait,
is
guys,
Can I
let's-
answer?
agree
Can
with
I
a liar.
answer the question, or do you want
Guys,
to keep talking over me?
Let's
Sure.
let Corinth answer.
Sure.
To be fair, okay, go ahead.
So I said she was lying about something else. So when you're asking me, you said I'm a liar on this specific conversation. No, I didn't call you a liar. Index this conversation. You were lying about it when you were talking about it after the fact in the YouTube chat. That's
And
what
I
I
said
said you were
what?
lying about.
What did I lie about?
I don't have the exact wording up
Well, if
right
you're
now. I
calling
can
me
go
a
find it.
liar, tell me what I fucking
wait,
lied
hang on.
about.
It is like kind of like a 3-on-1. Let's just let him answer, just in the interest of fairness. What do you
Again.
think? What do you think she lied about?
This, when she said that she was looking for someone to defend if they were a part of the red pill. She was looking for a red pillar, not someone who will argue for the red pill position, which is what her DMs explicitly said. That's what she was lying about earlier.
What?
I said I was looking for someone in line with the red pill. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what you said, and that's not the case of what you said to Andrew. So again, this
How
is
is
not,
that not
this
the
is not
case?
in line with the
Hold on,
argument.
hold on. No, hold on. Can you guys still hear me right now?
Yes, we can still hear
Okay,
you.
cool.
Ashley.
Perfect. This is great. Okay. This is great. So let's see here. Let me go back because I'm going to read it and I'm going to explain myself. I didn't lie. This is so ridiculous. Oh, okay.
Corinth, have you ever kissed a girl?
Oh yeah, I have.
Let's keep it respectful. I mean,
I
Have
need
you ever
someone
ki-
who will team
Grace,
up with
have
the
you
other
ever kissed someone
individual
that's not your dad?
and argue for the red pill against
yo,
myself.
chill the fuck
Can
out, guys.
hello? Can you guys hear me?
Let's just keep it on point.
Can
She
you guys
wants
hear me?
to. I want to keep on point. We're arguing off point right now.
Can you
They're
guys hear
refusing
me?
to let me go on to the point.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I said I'm needing one more panelist for an upcoming debate this Thursday on the red pill. I need someone who will team up with another individual and argue for the red pill. And I said in all capital letters against myself and Alex from PWF. Do you have any contacts that might be interested?
This is
I'm
all
looking
stuff
for
I read,
someone.
like, 5 minutes
Blah
ago,
blah blah
Ashley.
blah blah blah. Calm down.
I just
I
read
said
this.
I'm looking for someone who shares red pill viewpoints to partner up with him. So I'm sorry that in chat I said in line with the red pill. To me, that is the same thing as somebody that shares red pill viewpoints. Is that a lie? Am I wrong?
I don't really see a significant.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're coming out the gate saying I'm lying because I said in line with.
I can create the distinction right now.
Okay,
I can
go
create
ahead.
this-
Yeah, go
Sure.
ahead.
So I share viewpoints with a pickup artist that A, B, or C might be a useful way to pick up girl. There's certain being more flashy is probably a better way to get a girl's interest in you. Would you agree with that, Alex?
No.
Okay.
I feel like
what,
this is
what idea of Sure. So what idea of pickup artistry do you would hold to that's like a general tendency to agree to?
That women like.
If you want
confident
Alex to
guys.
coach you, you can just call in later.
That you should.
Perfect
Well,
confidence.
volume is important.
Yeah,
you
confidence.
should get
Perfect.
good at handling rejection. I mean, there's
Perfect.
more
We agree.
things.
We share that viewpoint. I'm not someone that's in line with pickup artistry, even though we share a viewpoint.
But Corinth,
That's
I have
the
a really
distinction.
important question.
Well,
Actually, genuinely.
actually, Corinth, we don't
No,
know.
this
that.
is very
If you and
important.
I explore
Corinth,
that, you might
Corinth,
find
where
out
did
you're much more in line with
Corinth,
people than
where
you
did
think.
you get
I
the
can
screenshots?
confidently tell you I'm
Corinth,
not.
where did you get the screenshots?
Andrew, I asked Andrew, is
Yep,
this
exactly.
true? Yeah,
Yep.
actually, can I tell you? I asked Andrew, given that we saw this streams coming, given all the shit that went down way after the fact, is this true or not? Because I was agnostic. I didn't know who to believe absent context. Andrew said that you
So
were
you're
lying.
here on
I
Andrew's
didn't
behalf because he
Wait,
shared
hang on.
screenshots.
because he
let's
proved to me that he was right. He gave me the proof that I wanted.
Wait,
which
Corinth, but you're
How is that proof?
Wait, hang on. Corinth, you're completely ignoring the actual part, the part that matters the most, which
agree.
is
I
that.
want to go on topic. I've been begging to do this, Alex.
Wait, hang on. Well, let me just make my point. I haven't talked at all. Which is the fact that literally she gave him the prompt. The debate prompt is: are red pill content creators doing more harm than good? Right? Like you're just.
And he acknowledged.
Perfect. I've been begging to go back to here.
Okay.
You've heard
And
me
he
begging.
acknowledged
Like,
it.
can we go back on topic?
I'm not Andrew. There's no need to beg. We could just do it. You know, we don't have to play weird games.
I'm just saying. I've been wanting to go here. The idea of like me wanting to avoid this isn't true. So what happened is we see every case where a reasonable actor would also read these as the things that are being argued for. You agree that there are multiple other things that a reasonable actor would say, this is what the debate can be on. This is what the debate is on.
Corinth, though, I have, but hold on, this is important because at one point, though, during the debate, when I actually said in the very beginning, but Andrew, in the debate prompt I sent you, I said, this is going to be focusing on our red pill content creators doing more harm than good, which is the exact quote I put in the prompt. And Andrew said, if I knew it was going to be about that, I wouldn't have shown up.
Yeah, you caught Andrew when he was busy doing things getting ready for his baptism. He was very.
Oh my
recent.
God. You're such a
I
ball
postponed
washer.
it for a week
Oh my
because of that,
God.
Corinne.
Ashley,
I postponed it for a week because of that.
I'm not saying you didn't, Ashley.
No, but you're saying I'm a liar right off the bat. Okay, whatever.
Not about this. Again, that's
No,
about
but I
something
didn't lie
completely-
about the thing you're saying I lied about either. That's
No,
just
Andrew
silly.
didn't pay
I showed you
attention
the
to his
screen. So, Ashley.
DMs. Okay.
Yeah, sorry,
so
Andrew, that you
Andrew
didn't pay
attention
attention to the
DMs.
prompt
Okay.
that I put
Perfect.
in capitals and quotes.
Perfect. So again,
Guys, let's just keep it orderly
Francis.
because I don't want this to be like a 3-on-1. Let's keep it like orderly.
I'm happy to do a 3-on-1. They're tripping over themselves, making
hang
stupider
on,
points than the
hang on,
last.
hang on.
Stupider
You're-
isn't a word.
You're just making it worse. Okay, listen. Here's the point that I want to make. So I'll give you an analogy. You said you're not in line with pickup. Okay, that's fine. So let's say you and I are setting up a debate about pickup, right? Let's say I reach out to you like, hey, want to do debate? You're like, yeah, sure. What do you want to debate about? I'm like, oh, I'm thinking of debating about pickup. You're like, okay, cool. We'll coordinate debate. And you're like, hey, what's the debate proposition? Debate proposition is, are pickup artists doing more harm than good? At that point, would it be unreasonable for you to say, wait, what the fuck? I thought we were going to talk about pickup artists.
Yes. No, I'm
not comfortable talking about
I'm sorry.
specific creators.
1 second.
Maybe.
I'm sorry. I answered before I heard the last word of your statement. Yeah, if it's about pickup artists, yeah, that's trivially true. If we're talking about the idea of pickup itself, that's not going to be true.
But I outlined the analogy that initially when I hit you up for the debate, right? And you asked me what's it about. I gave you a vague statement. And I said, oh, it's about pickup. And then when later on, after recording everything, then I clarified the debate prompt, which was, hey, the debate prompt, right, is blah, blah, blah. That's the actual debate prompt. Yeah. So at that point, would any reasonable person not think that's the actual topic at hand?
Perfect. So again, do you agree that talking about the red pill versus red pill content creators and their effects are like vastly different? If I agree to a debate on the red pill, on if the red pill is good, and then you try and make the prompt, is the red pill content creators doing good or bad? Those are like two different topics.
Right. And he agreed to the prompt prior to the debate, days prior.
To answer your question, I think they're somewhat intertwined, but I was willing to entertain Andrew and get off the content creators and just talk about red pill in general. But that's not what happened here. He agreed to red pill content creators as the prompt.
Again, Andrew read the original debate. After he agreed to do this debate, the prompt said then about 5 minutes later, which if you had the prompt already, I'm not sure why you didn't just say the prompt, why you said about for the red pill rather than about red pill content creators. It was about red pill content creators. Andrew, again, just quickly trying to go through his DMs, trying to get this set up.
Do you realize how you're giving Andrew every
You're making an
possible,
excuse.
Do you see how you're giving Andrew every possible plausible like deniability?
I am.
It's like, oh well, he just skimmed through.
Yeah,
and
I am.
didn't
He
see
was
it.
busy, and that was your
He was
fault. That
busy,
I am.
But you're not applying the same standard to the
I
other
am.
side at all.
Perfect. So if I tell you that I want to have a debate about pickup and if pickup is good or bad, and then we get to the prompt and I'm like, okay, so are pickup artists giving good or pickup artist content creators giving good or bad advice? Would you say that like that's going to follow from is pickup itself good or is
Yes.
pickup itself bad?
Yes, those two
If it
things
was
are very much
previously agreed
intertwined.
to, if that was introduced at in the debate as like a new prompt, no. But if it was previously agreed to in DMs, yes.
Those two things are extremely related. Pickup didn't just come out of thin air.
Yeah,
Pickup
they're going to be
artists
related. I
push
agree.
pickup. Yeah, it's the same thing.
They can be, it's not going to be. They're related, but you can have someone that's saying like pickup itself as an idea is like a good idea,
Right, but
pickup
when you
artists
say
are
right,
doing
but
normatively
Corinth,
bad
Corinth,
things, right?
when you say
it's all
when you say
possible.
this is the debate prompt, and then you put it in quotations and word it very specifically, and then the other person even acknowledges it by being like, "Oh, I'm assuming that you and Alex think that they aren't." Who's they? Why would he say they if we were talking about an ideology? We were obviously talking about content creators.
Ashley, if you care so much about that specific debate prompt, why is literally 90% of the things around the debate absent that prompt and about things other than that prompt?
Because it was ignored.
Because Andrew made it very, very clear.
No, this is from the beginning. Alex.
Wait, what?
This is from the beginning. Ashley stood that she never changed the description of the debate.
No, I didn't.
No.
Perfect. So the first sentence of that description, that's nothing to do with content creators. That's all about the red pill itself.
The last sentence of that prompt. And when the prompt itself was agreed on. That's why I said this is semantic.
Ashley, that's not contradicting anything I said. I didn't say that there's nothing about the prompt. I said the majority of the things around it are not about the prompt.
And here's the thing, Corinth. Sure, I would agree with you on this if I hadn't been very specific with the prompt prior and it was agreed upon and acknowledged and understood. Then I would agree with you and I'd say, yeah, I could see how the waters got a little muddied there. Sure. But no, the fact that he actually specifically said, if I knew this was about content creators, I would have never agreed to do it. That right there painted me as being bad faith or in bad light when I specifically specified it was about content creators and he acknowledged and understood.
Perfect. So again, if we're caring so much about the prompt being strictly on content creators, why are we having 90% of the things around it as not about content creators? Why are we framing the debate
because
also
just like
as
you said,
that's
just like
irrelevant
you said,
outside of the DMs where they are agreed to person to person. It's irrelevant how much of it is.
In a title of a stream, you can't sit there and make the title 5 miles long. Right.
Let me
The
just
shorter
clarify
one
something.
would be
So,
just content creators, red pill content creators, good or bad, not no pill versus red pill.
Okay, cool. We're just going to ignore the fact that Andrew acknowledged and understood this and then said basically that I was being bad faith by not telling him it was about content creators, even though the DM said it was. And the last sentence of the description specifically said content creators, good or bad. But you want to conveniently ignore everything and only point out these things. And that's fine. That's typical of what copers do.
Wait, ladies, give me 5 minutes to just engage with Corinth because I feel like I'm making no progress here. Just give me 5 minutes. Okay, so you're saying 90% was not about the content creators. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the actual debate, or are you talking about the debate description?
The description, the title, the DMs around the context around it, and what the debate's going to be on.
Yeah, I saw the DMs. The DMs are literally more about scheduling. There was one point where she said, what he asked, what's the debate about? And she said like red pill or whatever. And then the next time it came up was like 2 screenshots later where she outlined what the prompt is. So no, in the DMs, there was very little discussion about the actual topic. It was mostly coordinating.
I'm talking only isolating out the parts that are about the topic and about the debate itself, not about like scheduling and shit.
Well, if we're just talking about DMs, then literally the last DM when it comes to this topic was, here is the debate prompt.
Yeah. Again, it wasn't just DMs.
Don't you think there's a distinction between if someone earlier on says, "Hey, what is this debate about?" and you say it's about the red pill, and then later on when you're like, "Hey, here's the actual debate prompt," right? Do you think those two are like the same, or don't you think the second one, number one, because it was said later, number two, because it's actually like, "Hey, this is debate prompt," that one carries a lot more merit?
Yeah. Do you think that when you then also look at the video and the description of the video, if they're fairly muddied, that also shows that, okay, this isn't going to be strictly on this prompt. It's going to be broader on topic.
But Andrew publicly admitted that he didn't read the description.
He said that the first part of the description, it's at the end of the description, which we all agree with. Andrew didn't read the full description.
All I heard was I didn't read the description. I could be forgetting one word, but what I heard was, I didn't even read. I didn't look at the description.
Sure, he didn't read the description. Again, I can just say he doesn't read the description. I don't know exactly what he did. He can lie either way. We can assume he didn't read the description. He read like 90% of the DMs. He read the video title. He sees all of this. And then he sees Ashley also go with some weird line on like Spinoza while trying to keep it outside.
He also sees Ashley saying the debate prompt is a red pill content creators doing more harm than good.
Yeah, and Ashley brings up Spinoza while saying she doesn't want to talk about ethics. She's showing that she's not really being consistent.
No, wait, hang on. That was negotiated beforehand. I texted Andrew beforehand saying, "Hey, in this debate,
Yeah, I didn't get into that with him.
We're
That
planning
was
on focusing on outcomes and
Get your DM straight, boy.
yeah, outcomes and consequences." He agreed to that, so that was agreed upon before.
Yeah, perfect. That's fine. Are you focusing on ethics when you're talking about outcomes and consequences?
No, we're talking about outcomes and consequences, not ethics.
Are they like good outcomes and good consequences, bad outcomes, bad consequences when you're weighing if they do more harm than good?
Well, when I'm arguing that the red pill is doing more harm than good, then I'm saying no, the outcomes of the red pill are negative.
Yeah, so negative according to what?
Well, that's the whole topic of debate. So,
it's ethics.
An example, no.
Yeah.
We're talking about practical things, like things that affect the world. Like talking about, like, for example,
Things that Andrew agreed were bad.
like male virginity being on the rise. That's not ethics. We're talking about guys having record number of suicides and being on those are things I'm talking about, practical things. Or guys reporting feeling more lonely than ever. Guys today saying they have way less than 10 years ago. Those are not ethics. Those are all practical things. Those are all outcomes.
Perfect.
I was actually happy to argue ethics, but
these statements in themselves are absent ethics. When you start saying this is a bad outcome or this is not a good outcome, this is a harmful outcome, that's when it becomes ethically loaded. That's when it becomes normatively loaded and becomes an ethics argument.
Well, that's why I cleaned that up beforehand. Again, I didn't create the debate prompt. I guess I could sort of see how that could be misinterpreted if you don't have the context that it was cleared up beforehand. And I explained that we're going to talk about outcomes and consequences. I didn't bring up ethics once at all during the whole thing. I was trying to focus on, again, outcomes and consequences. I had a bunch of studies pulled up. Unfortunately, we couldn't get to any of that because Andrew just stonewalled and just basically was a pure obstructionist during that debate. I mean, would you at least acknowledge that part?
Yeah, Andrew wasn't going to be wasn't going in this debate very well. He didn't have a prep for this proper debate. He streamed his prep.
Well, would you agree that he was being obstructionist and wasn't engaging?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I argue with Andrew. I'm also a very big lefty. He gives me a lot worse shit than you guys get most of the time.
But that doesn't change.
No, so that's just usual Andrew for me.
Sure, but that doesn't change the fact that he was being obstructionist and not engaging and being bad faith. Like that's like, for example, there's a trial and this guy's like fucking, I don't know, like beat someone up and caused them an injury. It's like, well, when I ran into this guy, he fucking put me in a coma. So, it's like, okay, it doesn't change what he did, right?
Again, it's just the idea of like, it's not, he's been a lot more obstructionist with me personally. I've dealt with it a lot more. It's like when you look at how he talks like Rolo and them, you're like, oh, he's being so nice, so charitable with them. He's not going to say the same things. When I look at what he did with you guys, it's like, oh, I feel the same exact way with this. And it's just like shifted even farther towards.
Right, but so then I don't understand why you're just not agreeing with the premise that he was obstructionist of bad faith. I understand that he's been more obstructionist with you.
Because
I haven't seen
nature of the debate, by nature, like how debates work, when you're talking on the prompt, like, are red pill content creators doing more harm than good, things like this. If you're doing it absent ethics, you can't say that like it's a good outcome or a bad outcome. It's a harmful outcome without having a loaded term like that. So it just becomes obstructionary by nature of how you're trying
No,
to
because we never got that far, because what I was trying to understand is what are these descriptors that he thinks are associated with the red pill, and he wouldn't give me them. That was the issue. We couldn't even get to what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you're at that point and you're like, okay, you're saying it's harmful, I'm saying it's good. These are the descriptors that I know, as long as he gives at least one, which is just like height. Then he's giving you descriptors that this thing says. If you take issue with the harm it causes, then you should bring up which descriptors you think are bad.
I did actually.
I did.
So we did bring up
This
plenty,
is-
but
this
Andrew
is-
kept going
yeah,
back
this is-
to. But that's what a creator said.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this
that's not
is what's
descriptive red pill.
frustrating about this like talking point that's going around, which is like, oh, you didn't. I did. I brought up several of them. One of the one again I keep saying is that one descriptor that's common in the red pill is top 10% of guys are fucking 90% of girls, and I kind of outlined how that could be. How could that dissuade guys from taking action? How that could dissuade guys from basically thinking they have a chance in the modern dating marketplace. I did absolutely bring up these descriptors. I don't know where this idea that comes up is like, oh, Alice just didn't bring anything up. I did.
That's not accurate. The argument there is just gonna be like it's 50%. Is the actual number of it.
Yeah,
But
that's what I had.
Exactly.
I didn't know if you're gonna pull up, but I'm just kind of. I guess I'm kind of like confused. If you're saying that Andrew is like super obstructionist when he debates you, like why not just say that this was also a case of obstructionism?
Because it's just the case that this is how most debates go. People don't want to grant you a lot of grounds, and you have to construct your case really carefully and really meticulously.
Well, it's not about
And
granting.
to be
a lot
fair,
of
though,
them.
most
It's about
debates would also
answering
go based
questions.
off of what the prompt is that was agreed on ahead of time.
Yeah, and I feel like most
be fair.
debates that want to stick on the prompt would list the prompt as the title, would make it like forefront in the description rather than the last word of it. It feels really weird to have that be such a
Hey, you know
minor
what?
part of how you're
Hindsight, I can
labeling the
agree
video.
with you a little bit on that point, but I still didn't feel like it at all. At all absolved Andrew of saying that he had no idea what the prompt was about.
Yeah, I don't think that in itself absolves Andrew. I think the fact that Andrew was legitimately busy that week is enough.
But that doesn't absolve him either.
That doesn't
I get
absolve
it.
him
Or
either.
do you-
He's busy. He
do
should
you
take
see
a
the-
break
do-
from his professional occupation. He shouldn't.
Do you see the issue is you're giving him
shouldn't-
every possible benefit of the doubt, but you're not doing the same thing for Ashley.
Yeah, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because he just showed to me that when I asked him, "Hey, I'm being neutral here. Can you show me the case of where you think where this is wrong?" Here, I showed you the case of how this is wrong, and then the
But
rest
you
of the
said
cases.
he was busy, so it's not his fault that he missed the actual
there-
prompt.
I'm
that
not.
we
I'm not
agreed
saying
to.
it's not his fault. That is Andrew's fault. Andrew not being careful is his
But
fault.
the
Okay,
screenshots, the screenshots.
Okay, so
that
what is
he
the
alludes to
disagreement?
don't
Yeah.
vindicate him at all.
What even is the disagreement? He was messy. He didn't understand he didn't pay attention to the prompt, and then
The
he acted like a
actual
total
substance of the
asshole in
debate.
the actual prompt.
But
that he
and
was
to be fair,
told.
I just one more time though, it is really kind of almost shitty to come in and be like, I didn't know that's what the debate was about, and if I would have, I wouldn't have come here, and that automatically paints me in a light of trying to trick him somehow.
Yeah,
And that was really shitty. I was like, bro, what? I just kind of let it go. But fuck it, that was really shitty. That was a shitty thing to do when I
Yeah,
told you the
straight up
specific
rude.
prompt, and it was your fault because you were busy. That's not my fault.
Yeah, a lot of the context given this does feel at least really tricky. Can you at least admit that? You know what? If we look at how this originally is framed when trying to
No,
get the
I'm
first
not. If you look at the DMs, I'm not going to say any of that. I think you're just kind of honestly being a little bit of an Andrew Dick sucker right now, to be honest with you.
Trust me, I have argued with Andrew a lot more than
No, I
probably
believe
both
it.
of
I
you
believe it.
combined.
But this is like,
Daddy Andrew has spanked you many times in private VCs.
I've
Dude, we
I've
get
spanked
it.
I've
We
spanked him
fucking
too,
get
Grace.
it.
Let's chill out. Let's chill out. Corinth
God.
is not Andrew.
Grace,
Andrew
your daddy
treats me very
spanks you, Grace.
badly.
Grace, your daddy
God.
spanks you. We get it. You want to bring that up for other people. You
I-
should be more careful
Even
given
if
your
my
own
daddy
history.
spanked me, it'd be better than fucking bragging about Andrew humiliating you in private VCs. Your gay little
I've
love
beaten
affair.
Andrew
Move on,
too.
dude.
I've beaten
Debate
Andrew
him.
too,
Hey,
Grace.
here's an idea. Debate him on
will
a
Andrew
formal
admit
debate
that you beat him?
platform. Debate him on a formal
Probably.
debate
There are
platform.
there are
Go ahead.
definitely topics that he'll
Go ahead.
admit that I beat him on.
Debate him on a formal debate platform. And come
All
back
right.
and
Well,
say,
anyways,
I
I don't think
Caller.
that coming in and defending someone because they're so busy and that they
Sure.
just kind of missed the actual prompt.
It's not
and-
defending him because of that.
No, but even so, the rest of your points are moot. If you admit that he missed that was his bad, and you were saying his excuses that he was busy, that's his bad. That's not my bad.
I agree.
I
That's not your
understand.
bad.
I
That part's your
understand.
bad. The other parts are your
I
bad.
don't think any part of it is my bad. I do think that I could have clarified and maybe made the title to be exactly that as well. But whatever. Hindsight is 20/20. The fact is
So again,
every
that
participant,
is your bad too,
every
then.
part. I don't think it's a bad. I like
So you don't
again.
think like labeling debate as something that's not the debate then, and labeling the description as like mostly what's not the debate then, and just mislabeling everything is not your bad then?
Again, the part that matters is
I didn't mislabel or try to. You're acting like I purposely tried to mislead him.
Sure, Ashley.
If
you
he's
don't
such
think
a
it's
master
mislabeled,
debater, and the very last sentence of it, do red pill content creators do more harm than good? The prompt I sent him.
if it's
that we
not
agreed on.
if it's not mislabeled, how about this? No pill versus red pill. Is red pill harmful? Is that an accurate descriptor of what the debate was supposed to be about?
Yeah, because I think that these red pill content creators do define the red pill as we know it on the internet. Yes, absolutely. That was my point.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't. I don't know what the fuck no pill is, but this was specifically about the red pill. Is to do
Exactly. There isn't even a no pill. Like,
Then why did you put it in your video title, Ashley? I'm reading your title.
because Alex and I don't say that we follow any pills. That's why
Then
we're
you
not.
know what you mean by no pill. You don't get to say this is my.
I do
title.
know
don't
what I
the
meant by
fuck
no
you're
pill. I
doing.
meant that we're not red pill, blue pill, purple pill, gay pill.
Wait, hang on. I'll defend Ashley here because I've done a lot of debates, and in these debates, I don't always put like the debate prompt in the title. Sometimes I just put like debating against blah 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 blah. Sometimes I just like make it more clickbaity, right? What really matters is what was agreed upon. What was the debate prompt that was agreed upon by both parties? That's what matters.
We do.
And
we
she
all do
sent him the
clickbait
debate
shit.
prompt, and he just seemed to basically.
I
go,
wasn't dishonest about the debate prompt at
we
all.
all agree at we do like clickbaity shit. We'll say like just debating with X, things like this. Would you say debating X when the debate's actually on debating Y? Something that's just not accurate.
But it is accurate in and of itself. If we're on the internet,
It's
we're
not
in the.
accurate.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're talking
not.
about Manosphere. Shut the fuck up. Yes, it is. We're talking about Manosphere and the red pill in general. Then how does anyone know what the red pill is that watches all of this shit? It's because of these content creators.
If
No
we're
pill
talking about the
versus red
red
pill.
pill in
Again,
general.
it's a clickbaity title. It is what it is.
If we're talking
It's
about the
not-
red pill in general, that's different than red pill content creators.
Okay, but the debate prompt was sent and agreed upon, Corinth. Are you so
I didn't
sloppy
deny
that-
this. Is there a reason you keep pivoting back to the thing that we said instead of addressing the argument put forward to you?
Because you're not putting forth an argument that's
I
worth
did.
anything at that
You
point.
conceded
At
the
that point,
argument
it's
you
null
put
and
forward.
void.
The argument
You conceded.
right now. That's not the argument that I was making, Grace.
You said he
No,
was
I didn't
tired and
concede.
he misread the prompt or he didn't get
And that
it.
doesn't
You
concede the
conceded. She's
argument,
not a
Grace.
liar and he
That doesn't
didn't pay
concede the
attention.
argument, Grace. That doesn't.
What
concede-
is your
because the
argument?
argument isn't
Andrew didn't get
Ashley's
his
lying.
The argument
Grace.
is that he doesn't like the title of my stream.
Grace,
He doesn't like the title of
Grace,
my stream. That's the
what
argument.
was my
okay,
argument
Corinth,
again?
I acknowledge it. You don't
Grace,
like
what
it.
was my argument again? If you think that me saying that Ashley's not a liar on this topic is conceding the argument, when I said from the beginning, I'm not saying that Ashley's liar is
You did
tangential to
say
my
that I
argument.
lied. You did
I
say
said
I
you
lied.
lied
That's
about
the
saying
first
not
thing out of your
related-
mouth.
Ashley, I can remember this from the start. We can go back on the video. I said what you lied about was not
Who is this
relevant to
guy?
the argument. What you
I
lied
didn't
about
lie about anything.
You did,
She didn't lie about
Ashley.
anything.
There was no lie.
Ashley, again, we can still go back to the What I said was what you lied about was not about the argument itself. The
I didn't
argument
lie
I'm
about
making is about what
anything.
you lied about. That's
I didn't lie about
irrelevant to what you
anything.
lied. That's irrelevant. So
What
again,
No, it is
is the
relevant.
lie?
If you're saying I lied, then
the same
what
thing
I
that was
lied
brought
about
up
is
from the
relevant.
beginning, where it was like,
He said that
in line with the red pill. That again, this was a very weird semantical line that had nothing to do with the actual substantive argument. And the reason it's getting brought up again is because Ashley and Grace are saying that when I said that and how I said it wasn't related to the actual argument being made, they're saying that when I said she's not lying about the topic, that's bringing it back to me saying I'm not lying about that, and that concedes the argument.
Okay, whenever he said, I said I
No,
was looking
that's
for
not
someone in
true.
line with the red pill. But what my actual words are is I'm looking for someone who follows or believes in red pill ideologies.
Okay,
Whatever.
let me
It's just a different way of saying it.
Wait, Corinth, did Ashley lie? Yes or no?
Yeah.
About what?
It was about what she sent in the YouTube chat relative to what the DMs were.
when I
Okay,
said
she did not
in
lie
line.
about what she
Wait,
did
one-
not
one at a
lie
time.
about
What-
that.
She did lie about that.
What did she say in the YouTube chat related to her DMs? What did she
Uh,
say?
If I remember off the top of my head correctly, it was gonna be I told Andrew I was looking for someone who is part of the red pill
I said
ideology.
in line with the red pill.
Yeah,
Okay.
And in the
in
DMs,
line.
what I actually said was, I'm
How's that a
looking for
lie?
someone who.
How was that a
who-
lie?
Exactly.
Sure. What she sent in the DMs was, I'm looking for someone to argue for the red pill against myself and Alex for playing with
Okay,
fire.
Alex, can you kick him? That's obviously
but
like this
I
is
read.
retarded. That's
Hold
the
on,
same
I read
thing.
the part already that he's saying I lied about. What I actually said though was, I'm looking for someone who believes in and follows red pill ideologies. In my opinion, saying in line with or that, or kind of, it's a shorter way of saying that.
In DMs, you said who shares red pill viewpoints. We already went over with Alex that I can share a viewpoint with pickup artistry and not be a part of pickup artistry and not agree.
And
with
I
pickup
also
artistry.
used the term
Hang on,
ideology
hang on,
several
hang on.
times.
Wait, stop.
Like-
I'm listening. She didn't say who's part of the red pill. She said who's in line. There's a difference between part of and in line. It seems like from a lot of the things Andrew's been doing recently is that he actually seems like he is, or at least pretending to be in line with the red pill. That's not
Which is probably why he agreed to do the debate.
that's not a reasonable thing, especially given the fact that he agreed to come on the side and saying, no, the red pill is not harmful, which implies that he probably is in line with a lot of the red pill talking points. He has said that himself on Twitter, is that, Ashley, what was the quote on Twitter he said about the red pill and how it's like the solution to problems or whatever?
Yeah, I've got the Twitter things. He's saying that basically he believes that the red pill is gonna help. Basically, it's a better argument for Christianity than not taking the red pill.
Yeah, the point is that that Andrew has made countless pro red pill statements, which is fine. But I don't know how you're going to accuse Ashley of lying when she says that. Yeah, I was looking for someone who's in line with red pill values, which Andrew himself seems to be, since he's constantly defending red pill content creators.
That's not what the lies in
talking points.
But again, we can go back to the idea of like, Andrew's also argued against the red pill for his launch. He's publicly did his debate against the red pill for when he's doing the Fresh and Fit show or whatever the fucking show it was.
When did he argue against the red pill? Please tell me.
He had Casey Jones on. I think that's his name, the Australian polygamist red pill guy, on his show a few weeks ago.
I watched that, and I didn't think it was so much Andrew arguing against the red pill as much as he was arguing against Casey Jones's lifestyle. To be fair. I watched that whole debate.
Because Casey Jones was defending his own lifestyle as the red pill at that point. We both.
It really wasn't about the red pill. It was about Casey Jones, having a polygamous lifestyle and his ideologies about like how marriage should go and children and all that. That was what the debate was about. That wasn't a red pill debate.
It's just one of the ideas of like he's arguing against red pillers.
I don't agree with you on that. I watched it.
He argued against Sergio Solis on the same thing.
Let me also address this. I got to admit this entire abuse for using money. So this is going to very likely be demonetized, all the cursing and whatnot that's happened here. So there's not going to be any money. Yeah, I had no intention of doing the stream. I reached out to Andrew initially after this happened. He started this cycle of the Alex exposed thing. I reached out to him. He wasn't responsive. Everyone in the comments was asking me to respond. Again, I'm not going to just sit around while, false claims about me are being made. So yeah, I addressed it.
And I don't make any money from YouTube because my billing address and the driver's license address don't match, and I refuse to fix
money
it. So
shit. Like if I want to make,
we're not making money.
There's definitely.
I want to make money. What's wrong with
you?
You
know,
guys?
Ashley, I fucking respect the shit out of that. I'd be too lazy to fix that shit too.
No, I don't care. I'm not doing it.
Was more of an interview. I do want to bring on.
Andrew made money off this. Why shouldn't you guys? I don't get it.
It's not that. It's not that.
Money.
I send all the super chats to Grace. Grace
he
can
bragged about making money.
Yeah, and I don't care about the making money. I actually said during the clip that he was criticizing us for, I said many times. And I know you'll remember this, Alex. I said, I commend Andrew for that. He makes money doing this. This is how he puts food on the table. And he's damn good at it. And I respect that. I don't fucking care if he's making money.
I have no issue. Yeah, I have no issue with capitalism, people making money. The issue, here are the issues. Is number one, what I thought was really lame is him literally cutting the stream or whatever, making it like.
That was Mr. Enigmatic, not Andrew.
That was who?
Mr. Enigmatic.
Well, again, it's someone else's fault. Andrew's the one putting the content out there, so
it's one of the
Andrew's fault by default.
It's their tech guy, basically.
Okay, it's someone that works for Andrew. I would suspect under the direction of Andrew. And the reason I say that is because in the past, Andrew has texted me when there were some feminists reacting to my stream where he was on saying, "Hey, Alex, can you make this private, please? Because I don't want her to be able to react to this." So this is something that he has done in the past, which is why this definitely seems like it was under the direction of Andrew. Maybe someone else pushed the button, but this is definitely Andrew's MO from what I've seen in the past. That's number one.
No, it was just Mr. Max saying, trying to be a memer and just say, like, pay $15. If you want to make money off of this, just pay up for it. Again, it was just him trying to make a fucking
Does Andrew pay other people to use their content?
Again, I'm not taking a principled position on this. I'm not saying like this is good or bad. I'd probably agree. You should have let Alex react to the content. I agree with that. I'm just saying this wasn't Andrew's doing. This wasn't
here are the other. Okay, I appreciate it. Here are the other things that I resent. Number one is that like, oh, I'm such a backstabber, and that like I was talking shit behind his back. When in reality, every single thing that I said on that stream with Ashley were things that I said to him directly during the initial debate proposition. And I'd be curious if anyone can name me one thing that wasn't said directly during that thing.
And again, things that we said during the debate were even more harsh.
Let me finish. I didn't personally attack him. I didn't say anything out of pocket at all. And this idea that like I'm a bad friend is absurd. Like again, if I was a bad friend, here's what I would have done. When the whole story broke with him, you guys know what I'm talking about, 2 months ago, like everyone was asking me, dude, do a stream on this, do a stream on this. If I did a stream on that, I would have gotten a shitload of views, right? I didn't do that. I held back. I didn't, even during the debate when he was pissing me the fuck off, when he was annoying the living fucking shit out of me, I didn't bring up anything even along the lines of that. I didn't go into any of his personal shit and any of that kind of stuff, right? So that's why I just resent the idea. I've always been a good friend to Andrew. Yeah, like he has a habit of talking shit about people. He does it to their face. He also does it privately. This idea I've been nothing but good to Alex. Well, it depends on how you look at it. He's done several streams where he has actually taking shots at me. Again, it's unfortunate because he takes them down kind of like a coward, I guess. I don't know what his strategy is there. Maybe he's just like a diabolical move so no one can respond to them. But yeah, there's literally a stream called Monday Night Extravaganza, and one of them, anyone who's a friend of what's his name, Andrew, or someone who follows his channel, those just happened about, I don't know, 9 to 12 months ago, where he did a whole, or at least a big part of that stream was just literally like roasting me. What was my reaction? Oh, Andrew backstabbed me. I was like, no, whatever. It's all good, man. You know, whatever. As long as you don't cross the
blood
line.
sports.
Yeah, he calls it blood sports. As long as you don't cross the line against like my family or my girlfriend, like I don't see an issue with that. In his pre-debate stream, he literally took some shots at me, right? During the stream that we did, there was no personal attacks that were made. Maybe I made 1 or 2 jokes, which are exactly the same type of jokes. But honestly, I was probably more vindictive, or that's not the term. I was probably more ruthless during the initial debate, and Ashley has said the same thing, than I was during that post-debate discussion we did on Greg's channel. Also, he's created this complete false narrative that the whole reason we want to have him on is to talk shit about content creators, that he's associated with the Red Pill. That's just a complete fabrication. That's a full-on lie. That was never the intention. No one asked him to do it. He's trying to make this idea that like, oh, it's so unimaginable someone could associate with someone who thinks differently than them. Homie, I'm literally friends with Michael Sartain. He's Rolo's business partner. It doesn't get like much more like, you know.
I was even surprised that he offered to do the debate, because I was asking him, because if he's in my opinion, sorry, whatever semantics, but because I feel like he's more in line with Red Pill content creators, if he had anyone in mind. He offered to do it himself, and I was just surprised that he did, because I didn't think he would want to talk publicly about some of these Red Pill content creators. And then I'll go one more on what Alex said earlier about being a friend. When all that stuff broke about his personal life and all that stuff that I don't agree with, I actually publicly came out and defended him and Rachel many times, both on YouTube and on X. And Rachel has thanked me for doing that and for being a good friend. So again, I don't think that this silly little stream is about being a bad friend.
This claim that somehow you two were trying to set him up to talk shit about Red Pill content creators doesn't even make any sense, because he was taking the position that red pill content creators or red pill itself does not do more harm than good. It is not harmful.
Correct.
So if anything, you would be shit talking them and he would be defending them. If the
Exactly.
debate was more focused on the content creators, and if it was just focused on the red pill phenomena, ideology, whatever you want to call it, he was taking the position to defend it, not to shit talk it. So
right.
how
And
does
so I
that
was very
theory even make
confused too.
any
Like,
sense?
why would you agree to take a position defending something that you admit yourself you don't really know much about?
But that's not you guys trying to set him up. That's just
No.
him
No,
taking
I
a
did
debate
everything
topic
against trying
that
to
he
set him up.
doesn't. That's just him taking a debate topic that he can't defend. I mean,
No,
if he-
that's just again, that's a ridiculous narrative he's creating so he can play victim, which is something I've seen him do before. Let me just quickly address some of these comments. Alex, you mentioned Pearl's name in the debate, knowing full well he knows her. Yes. Why did I mention?
Yes.
Because I was under the impression we're debating red pill content creators, which is what literally was the debate prompt. And so I figured it would be good to narrow it down to two of the biggest content creators instead of like talking about every single one of them. So I said, hey, let's focus on Pearl and let's focus on Fresh and Fit. Right?
Alex,
And
you
to be
mentioned
fair, though-
you mentioned Pearl's name, knowing full well that he knows her.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? Just like,
What?
But
We're
also,
talking-
here's a fun fact though.
we're talking
Rolo,
about red pill content creators.
Rolo
I'm
absolutely
not allowed to
hates
say.
Pearl. Rolo absolutely hates
Yeah,
her.
I know they do. I know
And
they do.
he collabs with Rolo, so that doesn't amount to a hill of beans.
Yeah, it's like, wait, we're debating red pill content creators, but I can't say the name of a single red pill content creator. Like, yeah, it's just dumb. He offered to do the debate to help Alex out. What the fuck? No, he didn't. The debate was not on my channel. It didn't.
It was to
benefit
help
me.
me out.
Yeah, it
And
was.
yes, he did. And I was very appreciative. And then now he's saying that I talked shit, which again, I said things much more harshly during the debate.
Yeah. Can I make a quick point though? Andrew, although he was only baptized like a few days ago, claims to be a Christian. He is a Christian if he was baptized, but before then he wasn't. But regardless of that, that's not a word. Anyways,
Regardless is a word.
Christian charity, okay, it's not about being nice to people so that when you feel like you want to attack them, you can pull that up as something to use against them. The whole point of Christian charity is that you do it almost privately. You don't want anyone else to know about it. It's not this, it's like completely against the idea of charity to make it all about you and say, oh, I'm such a nice person and how dare they, how could they possibly disagree with me? You're supposed to do it out of the kindness of your heart and because we should be charitable to other people, not to use it as a gotcha when you start to disagree with people. It's just, that's not charity. That's just ego. There's a huge problem if you're a Christian and you're doing charitable things to boost your own ego and to use it against people. That's not what charity is.
Okay. I sometimes I don't know how to engage with people. So you expect him to shit talk her when he's on. No one wants him to shit talk her. I actually have a fairly decent relationship with Pearl. She's been on my channel. We've communicated from time to time. We did a pretty good podcast together in Valuetainment. I don't have any animosity towards Pearl at all. Pearl is a different story, but not Pearl. So no, I want to talk about her beliefs, the things that she says, not shit talk her.
And again, as Grace pointed out, it would have actually been an opportunity for Andrew to have defended or talked well about her, not bad.
Yeah. I had no intention to go after Pearl.
I think the catch-22 is that Andrew realized he couldn't do that without being hypocritical to his own Christian beliefs. So then he decided that he was going to change the debate around, and that's kind of what I feel.
But okay, right. So he was going to lose the debate because he actually does think that the red pill, generally the general tenets of red pill, do harm.
That's what I think.
So he shouldn't have agreed to it in the first place.
Yeah, they go against his values. Like they do. And I had all the points written down. Unfortunately, I didn't get to them. But like, for example, a big tenet of the red pill is that, you should get some sexual experience before.
Which I brought up during the debate.
Right. That's directly against what he says, which is that you should be a virgin until marriage.
And Andrew agreed with us that wasn't good.
Yeah, they believe that that marriage in the West is rigged against men, and that if you are going to get married, you should import a girl from like somewhere overseas or go somewhere over there. Blah 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 blah. Right? Yeah, that's directly against what Andrew preaches. Like, there's a lot of stuff that Andrew preaches, the TradCons preach, which are directly against what the red pillars preach. Now, I'm not saying there's no overlap. There's overlap between pretty much every community. There's probably overlap between me and him. I'm sure there is actually, but yeah, like that's why I was surprised that he was defending something that I felt was like not even.
I was also surprised, which is why I asked him if he knew of anyone that would be interested in doing it.
So the argument that's going to be given from him and a lot of people's sides here is that the red pill is not prescriptive in nature. So anything the red pill says that when you say like you should do X, that's not going to be what a red pill is. That's just what red pill content creators prescribe from these
Yeah. So first of all, I don't agree with that, but even despite that, I was willing to engage with him on that. I didn't push it. I said, okay, let's talk about these descriptors, but he wouldn't tell me the descriptors. That was the issue.
Yeah, we agree. I'm not saying that I agree that the red pill is just purely descriptive. It's clearly like normative and applying prescriptive nature, at least and I would agree with you on that. But Andrew's, when he's doing that and you're saying like, give me the descriptors, and he's trying to do this and he's pivoting on this, I agree there are points he probably won in that debate. I agree with Ashley also in the fact like I don't think Andrew, if he would agree to this, I think Ashley would probably agree with me that you'd probably agree Andrew probably wouldn't agree to this debate if he knew from the start and he read and fully comprehended the idea of like it's about content creators. That's Andrew's
That's
bad.
why
He
I was
should have read
shocked.
that.
That's
He
honestly
should-
why I
yeah.
was shocked, because I thought it like he, even when he wrote back and he goes, I'm assuming that you and Alex think that they don't or do or whatever. And again, the terminology, like the words he used, they, we're talking about creators, and he acknowledged that in his response. That's why I was
You
just
guys
surprised.
You guys
Yeah,
don't think it has any? You don't think it has any relevance that Alex has personal beef with Rolo?
For this, I don't think so.
Oh, so you think Andrew suddenly, just coincidentally, has become buddy buddies with Rolo, and then all of a sudden, is a total dick to you, the person who's a smaller creator and has personal beef with Rolo? That is no coincidence. You don't think?
Well, first
I
of
mean,
all-
I know it's speculation, but you don't think that has any is not related at all?
Yeah, look, I mean, I can speculate about his motives, but I can't.
Well,
prove
the
it.
motives don't make sense other than that. There is no other motive.
I just wish he would have not offered to do the debate, honestly, because it just turned into a shit show, and then
Look, the debate part, it wasn't even like the bad part. The part was the fucking victim playing response he did, where he just played victim for 2
the
hours.
crocodile tears. Yeah.
And just created like a false narrative. I do want to bring the next person on who's been waiting for a while. Okay, Pashi, can you turn on your camera really quickly backstage? I know you're a real person. I promise you we'll turn it off before you come on. But I need to make sure that you're not a dick flasher.
He's legit. Tell him he's legit. Apache's legit.
Who said that?
Ben
My
Thorpe,
dad says
Grace is Ben.
Apache is legit.
Oh yeah, Apache is probably legit. He's not going to do it.
Okay. Hello.
It was only 5 years. Just where we're getting at GTA 6 before. Anyways, what's up, guys?
Not much, man. So what's going on?
You waited 56 minutes to say that.
I'm a big Andrew fan, but he was out of line here. Love me some grape slurp too. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I
Love you
appreciate
too,
people.
AI to the champ.
Would someone talk about me with AI?
Let me address this. Alex has fallen out with Myron, JL, and Andrew. Not a good look, Alex. Okay. That's 3 people. How many people has Andrew fallen out with? I guarantee you that list
Or
is going to
JAL.
Or yeah, that list is going to be double digits. Okay. In terms of falling out, I've definitely fallen out with way less people than Andrew has. It's not even close. Myron, JL was because of him. He personally attacked me. That one is just like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to defend myself. Andrew, again, that was his decision. I'm still at this point willing to platform him, have a discussion with him.
I'm still subscribed to his channel.
Yeah, I don't really bear him any ill will at all. So that's his
Why
decision.
not? I don't
to do
understand.
falling
Why not?
out. But
Why
what-
don't you bear him any?
Because this is just stupid internet stuff.
Here's what I'm not going to do, though. I'm not going to pander. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to.
He lied
like-
about you. He insulted you.
Sorry, what?
He lied about you and insulted you publicly. He absolutely.
Yeah, I
like,
know. I know.
insulted you.
And
Oh,
like,
no,
yeah,
he
I'm going to
fucking
defend
insulted
myself.
you.
Like, I'm not going to just sit there and like play this weird game of like, say please. Oh, please. Now say please, daddy. Like, I'm not going to fucking play that weird fucking game.
Oh no, he was mean to you. Oh no, go fucking cry.
Well, I'm not upset about it. I'm just responding because people want me to respond. I don't know. What...
Being
It's more
rude
it's more about
in a
the
debate is not like it's not a winning
it's more about
tactic.
the shit
It's
that
not a
was said
winning tactic.
afterwards, painting it as if we were sitting there like saying these horrible things about him and his family and his life, and we're just
No,
these bad friends.
you two should be pissed about the way he treated you in the debate as well. That is absolutely bad form. It's not funny. It's not creative. Just sitting there calling somebody a midwit retard dipshit is not good debating. It's not good faith. It's just an ego trip. It's awful. You should be pissed about that too.
All of that applies to Alex.
Let's just wait. Hang on, real
called
quick.
Alex all of those things.
Alex is a midwit dipshit retard.
Alex is what? I can't hear you. You're so quiet. Can you
Alex
turn
is
up
a
your
midwit dipshit retard. Say it with your chest.
Okay. Do you have any like actual like critiques that you want to give, or you just want to give like petty middle school insults?
I'd like to say I think you were just pearl clutching over Andrew saying mean things to you.
Wait, so you think I'm pearl clutching in this situation? Really?
Yep, that's my impression of you.
So I'm the one that made the 2-hour stream, playing victim and saying, I can't believe this happened.
What'd you say, bitch?
What I said was is that I'm the one that made the stream initially saying for 2 hours playing victim and saying, I can't believe they did that. Or I'm the one that's responding to the stream due to a whole bunch of people asking me to respond. Do you not see the difference?
Not really. I mean, I don't really see much of a difference. I mean, you're streaming about each other. You're the pearl clutching bitch.
Okay, well, I can't even see your face. So why don't you turn on your face so we can see how much of a bitch you are?
I'm not going to dox myself to make you feel happy.
Of course not. These guys never ever turn on the camera. Okay.
Yeah, dude, the FBI is gonna find your address. They care. Somebody
They care
cares to
that
dox
much.
you.
Yeah.
They definitely care.
So your whole argument is that we both respond to each other, and that makes me a bitch?
Just from what I've been hearing you say versus what I've been hearing him say, that's basically because I watched the debate. So
what do you think? What do you think I'm incorrect about?
I don't think the red pill does more harm than good. So
you don't think the red pill does more harm?
I can't believe this guy waited over an hour to say this moronic bullshit.
What does that have to do with my disagreement with Andrew? You're just saying that you have your own take on the debate proposition.
what? Well, the debate was with Andrew, right? So I mean, that's part of it. That's not what's been in dispute.
What is happening?
Like, you're telling me that you have your own views on the debate proposition and you think that the red pill does not do more harm than good. Okay, that's totally fine. That has nothing to do with the whole disagreement me and Andrew are having.
Could you just sum it up for me again?
I thought you said you watched.
Oh my god!
You said you watched.
I did watch the debate. Just
no, Alex. Here's where you say. So you want me to make your argument for you? Pick up the rhetoric strategy. Come on.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I'm making fun of the people there saying that you were like, Andrew, make my argument for me when he asked you to just find something, and that's what Apache's doing now. You got to adopt it back at him. You got to throw it back at him, Alex.
I'm just not. I don't like doing like bad faith fucking shit. Like, I'd just rather like have a discussion with someone, even though he called me a bitch, which kind of lost him some points in my mind. But hey, let's still give him benefit of the doubt.
Oh no, I lost points.
He waited like 2 fucking hours. Wait, so you're coming in, you're calling me a bitch, you're saying that it seems like you're largely taking Andrew's side. So I'm just curious, what exactly do you disagree with that I said on the stream? You've been backstage for at least an hour, so you watched a large part of it. So what are your disagreements with what I'm saying?
So I'd like to say I do think the excuse that Andrew was busy is kind of valid. I think Grace was being really retarded throughout this whole ordeal. Basically, I think you have.
How do you know it's valid? Were you with Andrew?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was sucking his dick the whole time.
So how do you know it's valid?
No, I was sucking his dick the whole time, Grace. Get your story straight.
Oh, right, I forgot. He was on his
Yeah,
butt.
it
Right,
was.
okay,
It
yeah,
was.
yeah,
It was.
yeah.
You're
It was
forgetting
double-
shit.
It was
It
a
was
gay
a double
orgy in the
blowjob.
Discord VC. I
he
get
was
it.
he was sucking my dick. I was sucking Andrew's dick. You gotta
It
get
was.
this
It was.
straight.
It was a double blowjob situation.
I'm turned
No,
on.
I forgot. Grace was receiving anal from Alex. Sorry.
Okay, that's a good one. Anyway, so what exactly you were backstage for like an hour and a half. But what you're saying, the only thing you could think of is I think his excuse is valid. Based on what? You weren't there. So how the fuck do you know his excuse, the excuse that Andrew didn't even give, Corinth gave for Andrew, that he was busy, is valid?
Because I trust him more than a white Hassan clone.
Because you trust him more than a what? A white testosterone?
Hassan Piker clone. Basically the vibe I get from you.
If you knew anything about me, you would know how ridiculous that is. I'm as far from Hassan Piker as it gets. So your whole thing is like, well, I like him more than you, so I'm just gonna just agree with something that someone else said.
He likes him so much that he waited 2 hours to tell you this.
It's not even his word against mine. It's Corinth speculation about what the reason is. He didn't even say that he was too busy to read it.
I think I just think it is your word against his.
How is it my word since he never said that I was too busy to read the debate prompt?
I don't know. Maybe he never said it to you particularly.
Did he say it to you?
He said it to us in the VC late at night. Are you serious? Are you guys for real?
Who did he say it to? If he didn't say it to me,
whispered it in my ear.
who did he say it to?
He said, what? Like, you don't think that I do? Like, I do believe that he was, like, I do believe that he was too busy to maybe understand.
You're just repeating yourself. You said that he said it. He didn't say it to me. Where did he say it to? Who?
Outside of our personal feelings on what he might have said or felt, we do have actual factual evidence that he agreed to the prompt and did know what it was. That's the one thing.
Before we even get to that, I'm just curious. Who did he say
Andrew
it to?
did fucking.
To Corinth. He said it to Corinth.
Andrew did amazing. Is
this Andrew's fan base? Mealy-mouthed incels in a Discord server? Is this what all of you guys sound exactly
Look,
like?
I'm
each other.
sorry. I'm
Is
sorry,
this all
Grace.
Andrew's fan base?
If
Like,
it
now
wasn't for
makes
your
sense.
family, you wouldn't be an insult.
Look, I'm actually legitimately trying to engage with you guys in good faith. I mean, Corinth, you seem like you're somewhat interested in debating in good faith. Apache seems like you just want to like fanboy over Andrew and like take little snidey little remarks at me, like Hassan Piker, meh. It seems like you have no idea what the fuck my channel's even about. If you did, you would know how ridiculous the fact is.
Andrew,
I'm in any way related to Hassan Piker.
No, guys, here's an idea. Why don't you spam tomato can emojis? That might make your point better. I don't think coming up on panels is working for you so far. And you're a bitch, and I watched the debate. I don't agree with you. I mean,
Here, let's start off with this. Apache, what are some things you disagree with Andrew on?
Would you say you said what are things I disagree with Andrew on?
Yes.
Let me think. It's been a while. Let's see. Well, wait. He's religious. I'm not. So
That's not a disagreement. That's just like he likes pizza. I like fucking French fries.
no, he believes in God. I don't. So that's a disagreement. So
he's not religious. He uses the Lord name. He uses
well,
the
it
Lord's
is-
name
it
in
is-
vain all the time.
It is a disagreement if you think that God doesn't exist. Is that your position? You don't think?
Oh
God
wait,
exists?
Apache, let me ask you a question. Your Lord Andrew, he promised as a Christian that he would follow up on a debate. He would reschedule a debate and show up on a debate with Adam Green on Ethan Ralph's show. He said, I promise as a Christian, I will be there. That is using the Lord's name in vain to do so. He never showed up. Is that a religious man? Is that somebody who respects the Christian faith?
Grace, he was too busy. He didn't have the time.
He didn't message Ethan. He didn't say anything about it. He just totally ghosted. Is that what a Christian does? Using Christ to back up your vow and then totally abandoning it?
Getting sucked off by these losers.
wait. that's like just one thing he did. Like, I don't think that invalidates his religion.
Well,
Does that seem like somebody who respects the Lord?
Wait, hang on. I don't want to get into like a whole religion thing. What are some other things you disagree with him on?
The existence of aliens.
I've never heard him say. Okay, is that what he says, that aliens exist? Really?
No, he says they don't.
And you think aliens do exist? Okay. Let's talk a few more. What else?
Hold on, it's been a while.
Look,
Alex,
I'm
why
moving
do
more
why
and more
Alex
towards
Alex
Grace's
why do
side
you
right now.
Alex why do you care what this guy disagrees with Andrew about? I mean,
Well,
I'm not trying to bust your balls. but,
I
like,
just
why
want to
care?
see how much of like how far in the cold he is and how much of a fanboy he is. I just want to kind of gauge that.
Andrew's smarter than you'd ever be. So
I think this
Yeah,
guy's trolling.
it just
He's
seems
trolling
like
this is
it
for
just
real.
seems
No
like
way.
your whole tactic is just to regress to like petty like middle school insults. Andrew's smarter than you. Andrew has a bigger penis than you. I've seen it. He sent it to me. I know it's there. He's so much better than you, and I like love him. And like, if he wasn't married, I would marry him. And like,
I suck it. They suck it every night. They suck it every night and take the gravy too.
I don't even know what the fuck is going on, but yeah. Is there any like substantive like arguments that you want to make in terms of the whole podcast we just did and like what you disagree with?
why does it matter what I disagree with Andrew on? That's not fucking relevant.
I'm now switching topics. I'm not talking about like this whole thing that we did. Well, the 2 hour and 44-minute podcast, you waited about an hour-ish to get on, so you can't claim that, oh, I didn't watch it. You clearly have a lot of information. So what are some things that was said that you disagree with?
Well, I think for one, you were the pearl clutcher in there. I think you're basically crying because Andrew is mean on the internet. That's basically the argument I heard you make.
You think I'm crying? Where exactly did I cry? I'm curious.
Internally.
Okay, so you can read my mind and you can tell that I'm crying. Okay, let me try this experiment. Apache, it sounds that like you're secretly a homosexual based on your love for Andrew. And I know you never said it, but it's in your mind. It's in the back of your brain.
Yes.
I can just tell. I can just
Yes.
tell it's there. So yeah, like that's just a ridiculous, I guess, argument to even make. Also, I think if you look at the streams, Andrew was like way more fucking triggered. I'm not triggered at all.
That's true.
And if we like look, I'm not gonna show the text, but if we look at the text, he like fucking was like really fucking getting butthurt. Versus this is all whatever. I don't give a shit that much.
Hey Alex, I have a question for you. So I never got your fixation with Grace Thorne's ass or Grace Thorpe. Sorry, I just never got it. Look, I don't know how much she pays you, but it's clearly a lot. You're not getting good pussy, by the way.
I've never met Grace.
No, but her dad is Apache. Her dad is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot to mention that.
You guys just your own.
Wow, man. Woo! Yeah.
We got. Okay, wait. I'm gonna start like fucking muting if you keep doing that. Yeah.
He's in the RV with me. I can't control it.
The whole thing is super dumb. I've never met a Grace. Obviously we never had sex. So yeah. I don't know. Is there any like?
You're a fan of my ass, though, aren't you, Alex?
I've never seen your ass. I know nothing about it.
In general, you would say.
I have no idea what your ass looks like.
Do you want to see?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. So wait, do you have any actual points you want to bring up, or this is just like you just want to talk about Grace's ass or whatever?
You're the one who said I'm a homosexual for Andrew. So
Grace.
I think it's clear that you're 90% homosexual. So
which must be why I have a girlfriend. Yes.
AI generated.
Yes, very AI generated, which is why we've done videos together, have constant posts together. Yeah, totally.
You have some pretty good AI on that thing, I know, right? You know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you waited. It's surprising that you waited like over an hour just to like, I don't know, do this weird shit. But okay, you got anything else, or this is just this is the extent of your intellectual prowess?
So, what is the main thing that you're mad at Andrew about? Like I don't really get why you're angry at him.
So first of all, I'm not angry at Andrew. The point of the stream is to basically respond to the allegations he made. What are those allegations? Well, if you watch the stream, you would know. And I don't actually believe that you didn't, because you were here backstage for like an hour and a half complaining, hey, when can I go on? Wait, let me on. But I will quickly summarize them for you anyway. Is that he created just an absurd, dynamic, which makes it seem that I backstabbed him. In reality, I did no such thing. Everything I said on Greg's stream are things that I directly said during the actual debate. I didn't say anything that was out of line or out of pocket at all. I thought, to me, it seemed like very clearly like he was just playing victim, making it seem like he was personally attacked. When in reality, Andrew has a history of personally attacking people, and he's done it to me. Again, he's never gone over the top, but he's taken many shots at me. He has this Monday night extravaganza. Again, he takes all this shit down, which is unfortunate, because otherwise I would just show you guys where he spent like an hour just taking shots at me. In this pre-debate show, he took a bunch of shots at me. So he's just kind of like being a massive hypocrite, saying that I'm the one that's like, I guess, going after him, which is not the reality. I'm just really discussing the debate when he's the one that does that. Also, he's creating this idea, this false paradigm that the whole point was to get him to shit talk red pill content creators. That wasn't the case at all. It was just absurd. Yeah. So anyway.
Wait. So do you think the reason Andrew takes down his streams is because he's scared of people clipping it or whatever?
Well, I do know that as I was literally.
Just so you know, Andrew does put most of his stuff on his Rumble. He just takes it down because YouTube censors stuff.
Well, even that Monday night extravaganza, I couldn't find it on Rumble, the one that's relevant towards me. But even this, we were reacting to this, and it's not coincidence that it went down, and that he did that. And again, he did that before when I was reacting, or sorry, when some feminist was reacting to something on my channel. He reached out to me and he said, hey, can you private this, because I don't want her to get the satisfaction of reacting to this. So this is not an accident. He did it on purpose. So yeah.
The other person said, Andrew takes his streams down because YouTube TOS and some Coomers are going to report him or something. That's the reason why he takes it down.
Okay, why do you think he took the stream down that I was reacting to during the stream?
Because he didn't want it to get reported.
Really? That's what you think it was? He didn't want to get reported? That's really. So I'm reacting to his stream, and it's just a coincidence that 20 minutes in, he doesn't do it earlier. He doesn't do it half an hour ago, an hour ago. He does it as I'm reacting to it, even though given the fact that he has a history of doing the same thing, taking streams down as someone's reacting to them.
And that he had it up for well over 24 hours already.
Yeah.
I think it's a coincidence. I mean, Andrew is known for taking down his streams like for the
Yeah, he is, but that doesn't mean that it's never happened. It doesn't ever happen. And in this particular instance, I don't think it's a coincidence, but I think it was more of just kind of like a fuck you,
Yeah, it was clear fuck you. He's literally done that. I mean, fuck, if you guys really want me, I can try to find the exact conversation. But yeah, he's literally texted me, hey, Alex, private this stream for a few hours because this feminist I don't like is reacting to it. Like, he has a history of doing this shit.
I think it was just a coincidence, to be honest.
Actually, it was not a coincidence. It was Mr. E just being an asshole and wanting $15 for a little bit of spite. It wasn't Andrew doing it.
Then why would?
Well, if it's somebody who Andrew employs, then it is Andrew. If it's somebody that Andrew employs, it is Andrew, unless he says, I disavow what that employee did. It's the same thing.
No, it's
not. Why would Andrew?
Yes, it is.
Andrew's mods kind of act a bit different than he does.
Mr.
He's responsible for them.
No.
Well, regardless, Alex was right.
Why would Andrew text me directly saying, hey, can you private this stream? This feminist I don't like is reacting to it. That was Andrew, not his mod. Why would that happen?
maybe that time it happened, but how do you know for this time that it happened? How can you be so sure? I mean,
Because Corinth told us that it did.
Because
His mod did it
Mr.
specifically
Mr.
to
E has
be
been saying
spiteful.
it in chat since he did it, Apache.
Yeah. So fuck off.
Mystery.
The operations manager. I'm sorry, Mystery.
You gotta call out Mr. Enigmatic. I'm the
Yeah, look,
operations
I mean,
manager for the
if
Crucible.
this is where we're at, that you think it's just a coincidence that as I was reacting to his little attack video on me, that he removes it so I can't do it, or yeah, I mean,
ultimately, what I think it is just comes down to who I trust more. And when I watched the actual debate, I just saw you keep rejecting what Andrew was saying and just telling him to make your argument for you. And I generally.
Okay, so how did I? Okay, let's explore this. How did I try to get Andrew to make my argument for me? Just explain.
So I think what Andrew was saying was,
you trust.
Did somebody say something?
No.
My dad said, "Who cares who you trust? Who cares who you trust? Who would care?"
Well, let's let him answer the question. So how exactly did I try to get Andrew to make my argument for him?
You just kept rejecting what Andrew was saying. You wouldn't engage with it, and you just kept calling him disingenuous. You just kept saying,
give me an example of how I refused to engage. Just give me one example.
I don't have quotations, buddy. I don't have quotations. I didn't.
Just give me one
I have
example.
quotations. Alex, you can put them up if you want.
I can give many examples of how Andrew refused to engage with me. It seems like
Apache, this was Andrew's definition of the red pill. You think this is something that can be engaged in as a definition of a sociological phenomena?
Could be. I mean,
Really?
that is.
What is specific in it at all? This is
Scripture.
Andrew's argument of what the red pill is. Not how it's good, but this is his definition of the red pill. Is this an argument that can be engaged with? Is this a definition that can be engaged with?
Are you sure that these were the only examples of Andrew's definition of the red pill?
I didn't watch the entire debate, but he did define it using this sentence, like maybe 40 minutes in, and this is the exact quote.
I mean, is red
Trying
pill?
to use evolutionary psychology to give words or expressions to describe or identify something about behavior related to the nature of existence between human beings. That's what he said. That's what he said. Is that something that can be engaged with?
Yeah, you could engage it. You could ask him to clarify. You could ask him to do a lot of things. You know,
Well,
Yes, you would have to ask him to clarify because it is an absolutely ludicrous description. It could be
here's the problem, Apache 7117. He refused to clarify. So let me give you a rough idea of how it went down, since it seems like you don't really remember. So he would say, well, the red pill is a series of descriptors about nature. I would be like, okay, well, what are these descriptors? Well, I'm not going to tell you. I don't feel like it. I don't care. Right. Eventually, I just went ahead and just gave him what I thought was one of the descriptors. What is his response? Yeah, that's just something content creator says. That is what not engaging is. It's saying, I don't care. I'm not going to answer. I don't give a shit. That's what not engaging is. I would love it if you give me one example of how I didn't engage during that debate.
You just kept saying that what he was saying wasn't an answer, and I get that a lot with a lot of lefties that I debate or people like that. I don't think I actually heard an argument from you as to why red pill is actually more harmful than good. I don't remember hearing one.
It was literally my opening statement.
What was your? Okay, I came in like 20 minutes later, so.
Alex, just a suggestion. If there's anybody else backstage, this guy didn't watch the debate. He doesn't remember. Like, just a suggestion. It's not worth it to explain it to him. He can go rewatch it and then come back.
Well, he did wait like an hour and a half. I want to give him like at least a little bit, but yeah, we're on the verge of wrapping up.
Yeah, so Patrick, the way you're supposed to answer the question is the way you contend with it is deny the fact that it's descriptive and contend that it's prescriptive. That's how you can first contend with that definition.
Yeah, I do think I'm not the best at doing this, but I do think the red pill does offer more prescriptions than descriptions uniquely, I'd say. So like the red pill, I'd say it's more about, it has some of the stuff with like the Christ con about like men being manly or whatever, but there are places where it diverges from that. Red pill is more for like men being promiscuous instead rather than women. And Christ pill's more like neither should be promiscuous. I think red pill's more oppositional to men getting married in particular. But like I don't think there's any real way to define red pill in like one sentence. I think it's kind of hard. I mean,
Yeah, you just gave me more than Andrew did during 2 hours. Yeah, sure. It is hard to define in one sentence. That's why we have to talk about what these descriptors are. I think earlier you said that I agree. I think your initial thing was I don't think the red pill is more harmful than good. So you believe the red pill is more good than harmful, correct?
I don't agree with. There's certain parts of red pill that I agree with, and some that I don't like. Like there's two examples. One, I generally don't think it's a good idea for men or women to be promiscuous. But to the red pill's point, I generally think that men getting married in just today's society is more likely to hurt them. Like if they sign a marriage contract, I don't think that's something we should be encouraging men to do. I'm not saying monogamy isn't good. I'm just saying marriage as the contract.
Okay, what do you think about pickup artistry? Are you a fan?
I have mixed thoughts. Like I don't think like individual pickup artist guys, or what are we talking about here? I mean, obviously it could be useful to, in some cases for like, if you want to pick out women, I mean, that's neither the Christ pill nor red pill is against that. Now, obviously I'm not for using that to just get to sleep around and be DJs, but
I don't know how to talk to people who just like have their own version of reality. I gave multiple descriptors. You didn't see it. I don't know why, but yeah, just watch the stream back.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking about this other person in the comments. Okay, so it seems like you're kind of neutral on a lot of these topics. Pick up red pill. I guess we're just
if you want to know my general thought, like if there's specific artists, like I know Andrew's more hostile to Andrew Tate and funny parody, but I don't agree with everything Andrew Tate has said, but I think over the years, especially Andrew Tate has gotten, I think, like much better. He's more against even men like sleeping around or whatever, and some of the stuff he does, it's a bit bombastic, but it's kind of because he's a showman in a way.
okay. So overall, you believe Andrew Tate is a positive influence, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't agree with, obviously, even Andrew. I'm not gonna agree with what everybody does at all times, but overall, I think Andrew Tate is a positive influence. Obviously,
Okay.
I believe the left, like any leftist criticism that
Okay, let's say you and I are having a debate about Andrew Tate. Is Andrew Tate a positive influence? You're arguing yes, I'm arguing no. So you ask me, so the debate kicks off, and you ask me, okay, well, why do you think Andrew Tate is tell me about Andrew Tate, right? It kicks off like that. I'm like, well, he's a content creator. You're like, okay, well, what are the beliefs that you think that are non-harmful, that you think are good? And I just don't give you anything. How would that debate work in your mind?
I thought we were doing an actual debate. I mean, I'd be happy to do that sometime, debate like that. But
did you just fall off your chair?
I don't know what you said.
I mean, I'd be happy to do like, I thought you were actually doing an Andrew Tate debate with me, but
no, I'm doing a little thought experiment to show that when one person doesn't engage at all, then that's just pure obstructionism and debate cannot happen.
I mean, if you want to have an actual Andrew Tate debate, I'd be happy to like we could set the time or something. I don't know.
No, because I largely agree with Andrew Tate's message.
So then, do you think that it's overall a negative or positive message?
For Andrew Tate?
Mm-hmm.
50-50.
I think it's more like 70 or 80, 70-30 or 80-20. Although I do think another issue with, this isn't Tate in particular, but just the way people are introduced to his content is some of the clips are older of Andrew Tate, and you don't really know that by just watching them. But some of them are like 5 years old, 6 years old, not necessarily.
I'll retract my analogy because it wasn't the best analogy. So here's a better analogy. Let's say you seem like you're conservative, right?
Yeah, pretty right wing.
Okay, sure. We're talking about conservatism versus liberal. So the debate prompt is are liberals bad for society, or are liberals harmful for society? I'm arguing no, you're arguing yes. So we kick off the debate. You ask me to define what liberalism is. I give you a vague definition. You're like, okay, well, what are some of the tenets of liberalism? And I don't give you anything. Can we have a debate at that point?
Well, what do you mean? Like, I mean, I know a lot about what people who describe themselves to be liberal believe in. Like,
right. And then every time you tell me one of those, I say, oh, that's just something a random person on the internet said. That's not a liberal tenet.
I mean, in your hypothetical, it would be hard to debate, but that's not what I remember seeing with you and Andrew.
Exactly what happened with the Andrew debate.
I don't think so. Like, I remember from the parts I watched, because how long was the debate? I'm just wondering.
I just realized this guy is called Apache, and he has an Apache helicopter in his profile picture.
Watch the whole thing, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying is legitimately what happened.
Grace, you're really quick on the uptake.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Grace is just really quick on the uptake. She caught on to that really fast.
Well, I was wondering what Apache was. I guess it's his favorite type of helicopter. Autism confirmed. Please continue.
It's my sexual identity, and the 117 is Master Chief's number, so that's how I get it.
Autism confirmed. You just doubled down.
Oh my gosh, I do got to wrap up. We're going on 3 fucking hours. I am glad that we can make a little progress with Apache, but yeah, watch the whole debate, and then you can come to your own opinion.
Do you wait? Can you add me on Discord or something, or no?
Is this whole thing just to become friends with me on Discord? You didn't have to do any of that. You could just been like, hey, you want to be friends on Discord?
I'm talking about like for future debates or something, because I'd want to debate something.
But I'm just so angry. You know, you called me like a retard and all that. Yeah, sure. I'll add you on Discord. Just send me a message or whatever.
I sent you my it's 3 underscores, okay?
Okay, don't worry, buddy. We can be friends on Discord.
Okay.
All right, take it easy. All right, that was interesting. Imagine the day was just like, I'm gonna do the pickup artist thing where I neg him, and then so I can become friends with Discord. All right, Corinth. Last thing before we wrap up? I just want to kind
of. Not really about Android. I more just want like about the idea of you can have some sort of outcome measuring without it being normative or ethically based or something. I would argue with you on that, but for running down, it's going to be not worth the time.
Okay, cool. All right, buddy. I'll see you later.
See you.
Man, Dan, I'm sorry. We just don't have time. Next time we're doing something, you're more than welcome to come on. Grace, appreciate your chart. It was awesome. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to do a post stream on my channel, Grace Thorpe, aka Joan, on YouTube. So if you guys want to head over there, I don't think you mind, right, Alex?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, so if you guys want to head over there, I'm just going to be talking about it and going over it. So thank you, Alex, for having me on.
Always a pleasure. Take it easy.
Bye.
All right, cool. We're done. I mean, yeah, like I said, look, I don't really give a shit about the comments Andrew made. I want to respond to that. Everyone in the comments was asking me to. Did I find it a bit disappointing? Yeah, I mean, it did. It seems like really weird that he was so upset. Yet his first instinct was to make a 2-hour drama stream instead of just like reaching out to me and being like, "Hey, what's up?" And then like fucking trying to like take the stream down halfway through or whatever. Kind of like that weird shit he was doing during the debate. Who's like, "Say please." It's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, I do this shit to girls. I'm not gonna do shit with a fucking dude. But yeah, I mean, also making the argument that this whole thing was an elaborate attempt to get him to talk shit about red pill content creators. That was never the case. And again, I could speculate on his motivations, and I've thought about it privately offline, but there's no point in getting into that. Yeah. So again, if anyone wants to ever come on and have a discussion about this, I'm more than happy to. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of fucking weird that he chose this road. Like I said, every single thing I said during the Greg stream was things I said to him directly. There was no personal attacks. There was no shit talking. Again, if I wanted to backstab him, I would have just made a massive stream when the whole, thing with him was going down with Brittany Venti. I could have capitalized on that. I could have gotten a lot of views, blah, blah, blah. I didn't do that, right? That would have been what backstabbing is. Backstabbing is not discussing a podcast that happened on a different stream. But hey, anyway, that's kind of my side of the story. You guys can take yours. Take a look at both, see what you think. Be happy to, again, answer any questions that come up in future streams. But yeah, appreciate you all and have a good night, guys. Take it easy.